Yo, what is going on, peoples? Welcome to episode 43 of East Meets West. Yo, I know I put the description and everything. You think it would stay in my head, and I don't know. But we are coming upon our 1 year anniversary. I think it's in the end of May. So we'll have some giveaways for that. But there is a giveaway today, man. But we'll talk about the interview, man. So I am your guy, man, Joker from East Meets West, man, and I am here with my co-host, my brother from another mother.
Gomez Comic Collector, baby. Let's go. We got some good stuff going, so can't wait to show you guys. And like I said, we have a special guest, real talented when it comes to cover art and all that stuff, and knowledge when it comes to books that we miss out at, that we might be able to know by just looking at what he puts out on CBSI. So yes, I can't wait for Mike Morello and see what we got going on for that.
Yes, definitely, man. Great guy, man. Been talking to him on IG recently, and the dude is a sneakerhead. Yeah, I know he was a sneakerhead. He'll talk about it when, whatever he's on. But before we do that, man, I do want to give a shout out to our friends over here, man, the show, man. And first off, we have here's Jose Gonzalez, man, from Spidey's Powder Tumblers, man. Shout out to Jose Gonzalez, man. Great dude. I've been working on something with him, so awesome dude, man. Real generous dude. Custom made powders, coated stainless steel tumblers, guys. Get your tumblers, coasters, keychains, knives, whatever you want that he can just do his magic on. So there you go, man. Hit him up on IG, man. Spidey's _powder_ tumblers. Great dude, man. And make sure, guys, his link to his YouTube channel. Yes, he does videos and he shows you how he does some of his work, man, on his YouTube channel. And he obviously he shows off his great collection that he has of books. So sub him up and follow him on IG. All right, guys. So next up we have here is going to be Express Comic Book Pressing Service here with our fellow member of East Meets West, our brother Erod 212. Yeah, man, for the best comic book pressing service that you have here in the YouTube community. Him and Josh, basically, I'm waiting for Josh to give me his little logo so I can promote it here too. Here we have our EMW 10 code, man. Get you 10% off with your comic book pressing service. Yeah, hit him up on IG, Express CBP, or hit him up on Erod212 on IG, or hit him up with that email, expresscbp@yahoo.com. He does CBCS and CGC, but with his CGC order, through submission with him, you get his 15% discount, guys. So if you submit through CGC, you get 15%, and if you get your pressing services using the EMW 10 code, you get 10% off. So 10, 15, 25 off your submission. That's pretty dope. Yeah. So there you go, man. Next up, man, we have here too. Last one is going to be skeletoncomics.com, guys. Skeletoncomics.com. Shout out to Arsenio and his wife Angie. I should say Angie because Arsenio has nothing to do with this. So shout out to Angie for this. And she gave us a one-time code EMW10 for 10% off your purchase. But don't think anything. You have more codes too, man. We have Thoro 10, and then we have New York Warriors as a code too, man. So this is a one-time code, guys. This is a great place to pick up some back issues, books that you forgot to pick up on New Comic Book Day, supply purchases for your comic books, Funkos, action figures. I got a couple of Star Wars figures from here, a couple of Marvel Legends. So, and they pack very well, guys. This is the online store that they handle with care. All right. So those are our friends of the show. And one more promotion I want to do too, man. Shout out to Jason Brodnick, man. Little Giant Comics promoter, man, for the old school comic show here happening on April 24th, Saturday, guys, in the Everett Arena in Concord, New Hampshire, guys. So yeah, man, if you missed out on your VIP tickets, it's okay. Tickets at the door is at $15, but you won't be entrance is at 10 o'clock for $15 price admission, and then if you got the VIP is 9 a.m. 9 a.m. That's at 10 p.m. and 10 a.m. So yeah, 9 a.m. with the VIP golden ticket or VIP ticket. So there you go, man. And shout out to Josh for getting us a nice little sponsor. I think we're going to be on the program too. So that's all nice. Josh, man. Shout out to Josh for that, man. And yeah, so let's bring in our panel member, man, our other brother, man. We got our boy, man, Kazi Zoo is in the building.
Got it right.
Yo, Josh, what is up, brother?
That's not my name.
Oh, Kazi Zoo, my bad. Kazi Zoo, that's what we're gonna call you from now on, right?
Yo, Kazi Zoo pressing. That's what it's gonna be. I'm trademarking that shit right now.
Yo, man, real quick, man, we got 30 people in the chat. Let me give them a shout out before we bring in our special guest, man, because I do want to give y'all a shout out from the chat. So first off, I see it's Chinmo, man. Chinmo's in the building. He says, "What's going on, everyone? What's up, man?" Kenny Swag is here. Wilbert is in the building. Mac B1, Peter Porker, Johnny Dakota, our brother from Canada, man. Dude, another presser. If you're Canadian and you're up in Canada, instead of shipping your books here and paying them fees, my man Johnny Dakota is your guy. All right, so hit him up on IG, guys. All right, same name, Johnny Dakota too. So who else we have? Did I say Ritzai? No, we have Ritzai in the building.
Change his name to like Johnny Toronto or something like that. I feel like
right. That's a good one. Nick Grav, man, the better Grav is in the building.
Speaking of Nick just got a big book like an hour or so ago. Not like
really,
but like big. It's big.
Damn. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sure he'll announce it on IG or something.
Yeah.
So you got Sith Lord from the Spine Ticks, man. Shout out to Spine Ticks, man. Always great, show on Saturday nights, man. If you're not doing nothing, man, those guys roll to like 4 a.m, so shout out to those guys. Sith Lord, man, being there you go. Randall Roar's in the building. Lords of the Lone Box, TiVo, what is going on, man? Thanks for stopping by. Better Ray Jim is here. Who else we have here? We got Zoris Tiger, another part of Spine Ticks. Shout out to the Spine Ticks, like I said, man. Flash by Night is here. Nemesis Prime. We have who else? We got Gomez, Flash by Night. Comic Brains is in the building. Bruce Zayas is here. Jay Salsa 23, man, our logo guy, man. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for doing the East Meets West logo. And he sent me some other ones. I'm gonna surprise. I'm gonna do a nice special little new logo. So stay tuned for that, man, for East Meets West. All right. So who else we have here? We have Sifia. Thank you for reposting everybody who reposted on IG. Keep it thorough. What's up, thorough? Am I missing anybody? Universe X, man. What's going on, Universe X, man? Dave Levesque, the shirt guy. Everybody's shirt guy from the community. What's up?
Dave, I saw Dave today, and he showed me an East Meets West shirt with colors that I picked, and that thing looks dope, man. I need
that you picked?
That I did. Yeah.
Oh shit! So where's my shirt? I don't get a shirt, bro.
Oh, I didn't order them. I forget. I was talking to him like 2 shows ago or something like that. Or no, at the crawl, and we were just talking about colors. I'm like, oh, it'd be dope to see this and this. I think he said he showed it to you.
He showed me some new logos, some new ways of doing the logo. I'll show it to you after the show. I saw that though too. Oh, you saw it? Okay. So we have Johnny 5 Alive in the chat. We got Square Circle Comics, man. That's my man BX Boxer. What's going on, bro? We got Bricks. The Iron Geek is in the building. We got Astro Wizard to be in Phoenix, Ben Compton, and the whole community, man. The whole community here. Then we have a super chat right here, man. Real quick, man. We have my man Lords of the Long Box right after East Meets West. Lords is going live at 5 p.m. Pacific. Letters from the Long Box. And guys, definitely check that out. But at the same time, man, listen, have your double tabs open, man, because at the same time we're doing. Listen, boys at Pressable Defects at 9 p.m. Eastern, guys, is doing their 2,500 subscriber giveaway. So shout out to them guys, man. All right, so definitely tune in both shows, man. Those are Long Box and the guys at Pressable Defects. All right, remember that. All right, so that we sent out. So let me see. Both. Yeah, definitely, man. And you know what? I have a nice little super chat. Got a nice little video, man. So let Broski sound.
What is this?
It's Kazizu.
What?
Yo,
no. Man, that turned out even better than I heard.
Kazizu.
Yo, the CA is for cover artists, bro.
Cover artists, but yeah.
guys, yeah, I know I've had my guest in the back. I'm sorry, Mike. Give me a second, man. But I want to promote with CBSI guys over here. If you haven't seen it, man, we have doing a couple things, man. Obviously, we're doing our Friday night FOC, CBSI Friday night FOC with East Meets West, man, with CBSI guys. At the same time, man, we're already doing. And we go with CBSI, man. We're doing cover fight with Mike Morello, the man himself, our special guest, man. So on Thursdays, we're doing that, man. All right. And then last but not least, we are doing today, guys. You already know on our live podcast show on Sundays. Every Sundays, we're doing cover tunes from CBSI by my man, Mike Morello, man. All right. So there we go, man. And you know what?
Also, let's bring too, comic book exclusives doing another what is it?
Another variant.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
High Republic. So go check it out. I forget when it goes on sale.
Yeah, if you haven't checked that, go to IG, check out comic book exclusives, man. They show you the cover. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm pretty sure you have because this shit is fucking dope. This shit is dope. So
yeah, it's an homage to Clone Wars. The
1 in 1,000. Yeah.
Well, it's not a 1 in 1,000. It's limited to it was limited to 1,000. It's not really a 1 in 1,000.
Yeah. Well. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, man. So let me bring our special guest because I know he's backstage and he's been waiting and we've been running our mouth, man. So we have the guy from CBSI, man, the cover tunes, the cover man himself. And you barely talked. You did.
You said
man, Mike Morello. What is going
on? How's it going, gentlemen?
Yes,
What's going on, Mike?
Thanks for having me on.
Definitely, man. I apologize for running my mouth, man. Just doing our thing. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, you got to do your thing.
Yeah, definitely, man. But that's cool. Definitely get to listen, man. Me and Mike right here, we've been talking so much on IG, man. Learned a lot about my man Mike, man. Not only does he know good taste in comics, man, with covers, but my man's a sneakerhead, man. He's a sneakerhead. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So, he hit me up with posting my when we do show and tell, show the sneakers, but when I put some Jordans up and he hit me up and he was like, "Oh my god, amazing!" it was pretty dope. We had a nice long conversation about that.
Yeah, we did.
But yes, my man Mike, man, thank you for joining us today. I appreciate that, man. And I want to get to know you a little bit more now that we see face to face. You know what I'm saying? Us here in East Sports, we want to get to know you, and we want to know how you started with CBSI.
So back in the G Plus days, when that's basically all anybody did, and there was no real websites and stuff, I was just kind of a lurker. I didn't really talk much on there, just kind of soaked in info from people because I was just getting back into collecting. And it had been a while. I'd been out of it for a little bit. I'd sold off most of my collection and just kept some of my childhood books, and that was it. Yeah. And then when I was getting back in, I kind of was feeling out some of the groups, and I really, really liked these guys. And it's all of a sudden an idea just hit me just to post into the G Plus. And at the time, the site was launching. And it was the Cover Tunes idea, but it was a much more stripped down version than what it is now. And it was just kind of like it was my annoyance with spec, and books just skyrocketed and then plummeting, and then people bitching and moaning about are you pumping and dumping? Are you and like I didn't want to hear that conversation. And I just said, you know what? There's a ton of beautiful books out there that everybody ignores that you can find in your dollar bins. And I just started to post it on G Plus, not thinking anybody would give a shit. And then Ben C over at CBSI said, "Dude, this is good content. I think our readers would really like this." And so the 4th issue, so to speak, we launched it as an article. This was a little over, I guess it was just close to 4 years ago now. And then it was kind of sporadic at first, and then I was sort of clear sailing. I'm just about to be at 3 years straight. We're at issue 152 right now, so in a couple of weeks I'll be at 156. I'll be at the 3-year mark, and I've never taken a week off. I love doing them; they're really fun. Hard not to duplicate covers, but that's how I got into it in CBSI. And then there was sort of a lull during COVID, when people weren't able to write articles or be as involved. And we had this thing called the Wednesday one, which is still going. It's back now, but it had taken a kind of a hiatus. So a few of us tried to figure out a way to kind of get some of that content back without stepping on the toes of the guy who writes it. So Chris Nelms took over one piece of it. He did the NCPD, the pull list. Yeah. And then I did Cover Fire, which was just what I thought was the prettiest covers for the week that weren't incentives. So like if I was the guy who wasn't going to do keys and incentives, I was going to keep that going. So basically anything that was an A or a B cover, kind of like a cover price cover for the week that I thought was pretty, then that's what I wanted. So those are the 2 articles I write. I do a lot of interviews for the site as well. So if you click on my name, it'll show you like some of the interviews that I've done there. And I started out, I was just kind of like ballsy. I figured, well, I mean, the worst these people could say is no. And then I kind of rolled into Jenny Frison and Donnie Cates and Clayton Crane and some of those guys. And I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I wasn't an interviewer. I was just like, I want to talk to these people and I'll record it. Fuck it.
Oh, wow.
So, and it's been fun to do the interviews too. And so now I do the 3 Comic Money show, which is now we call it the 3CM, which is the Comic Creator Chat.
I've seen that. Yeah.
And we just kind of Pete and Chris and I rap with creators every week or every 2 weeks or so, and it's been really fun through COVID to do some of that stuff too. So.
Oh, it's so badass, man. That's dope, man. Awesome. And real quick, not to go back what you was talking about. I know you do the cover fire. The man thing covers, man. Don't put those, man. Those man thing covers don't deserve it.
I heard you say that the other day, and straight up, I hate themed covers.
Yeah,
I really hate them, and I really rarely pick them. But in this case, I really like that cover, man. I'm sorry, that Gamora was hot.
It's all good, man. But before we ask more questions. You did make me buy a book from when we did the tribute to Frank Thorne, man.
Yeah.
You made me buy a book. It hasn't come in yet. It's sometime this week. I'll show and tell next week. But this book is amazing when I show it. Obviously, it's a Red Sonja cover.
Yes.
But yeah, man, when you do that, listen, when it comes to this show, man, either my brothers over here, Doom or Josh or Gomez or James, we always do covers of the week, and they're showing us, and then that just entices me to buy. And I just want to say thank you. That's all I gotta say.
Absolutely. I mean, we do the same thing on the site on CBSI. We're constantly MFing each other because I'll read Pete's Dollar Bin Digging, or I'll read Adam's Wednesday, or I'll read whatever article or Chris's, and I'm like, damn it, man, I thought I was going to get away with not buying a DC book this week. Son of a bitch. Like, trying to save money here. You're killing me. So yeah, it happens to all of us. And then they bitch and moan to me for doing the same thing to them. So, but it's fun. It's a nice way to collect, and it keeps it cheap. Because look, we're all buying big keys too. We're all trying to save up money and trade up and do the things so we can get the books we really want. But in the meantime, we got to keep it fun. And it's hard to keep it fun when you're tossing $100 down on every book you buy, So
that's true.
When they can be $1 books and $5 books and stuff like that, it keeps it fun and exciting. And that's what I like to try to do.
Definitely, man. Broski, you have a question?
What made you get into comics? Like, because I know that us as hobbyers, like, this is something we do besides work and everything. What made you want to collect comics, and who was your best, your overall character that you like reading?
Okay, yeah. I mean, when I first started as a kid, I was reading Batman, but that wasn't really me as a collector. That was just me that's what I can get off the spinner rack, back in the day. And then I took a break for a really long time until my brother started to read comics, and he makes me look like an idiot child. He's the smartest person I know on this planet. And he started reading a lot of the Vertigo stuff, a lot of the Neil Gaiman and that kind of stuff, Sandman specifically. And so I got back in my mid-teens, I guess, reading Sandman and Hellblazer and that kind of stuff. Sort of House of Mystery, House of Secrets, Books of Magic, all that dark, sort of like Justice League dark Vertigo stuff. And that really got me interested in, and I was also really interested in English. I'm an English teacher. My day job is English. I teach and stuff. So it was a nice tie-in to, and don't get me wrong, I like the superhero stuff too, but I really liked the idea of something that was a little bit more highbrow. And it wasn't me being arrogant, thinking I was smarter than anyone else. It just enticed me. I thought the stories were so much better. And I thought they could get away with a little bit more adult content, and it was just more entertaining for me. So that's where I really was, latching on to comics, that and Star Wars. So I was an enormous Star Wars fan since I was a little kid. And so I was always collecting all the Marvel Star Wars runs and all the Dark Horse stuff. And so now everybody's salivating over all those Dark Horse books, all these crazy, like that Ahsoka one of 1,000 or one of 1,000, the, Dark Horse 100 book. Yeah. It's one of those books where it wasn't, I latched onto it and was like a $50 book. It was, and that's not to make people jealous. It's just one of those things where I wanted the book anyway. I don't care if that thing ends up being worth $30,000. It doesn't matter to me. So between, Hellblazer is fantastic. That and Sandman, I think, really, really great still, really great read still. And the Star Wars stuff was really more so like if Sandman and Hellblazer were my dinner, the Star Wars stuff was my dessert. Because it wasn't that great. A lot of it wasn't written all that great, but those are the two things I was doing. And then I took a really long break and I sold off a lot of my chaff. I moved to New York City a couple of times. I moved back and forth to New York City. Joker and I were talking about Brooklyn and where I moved to. I'm in Nashville now. But during that whole sort of, what's that?
I said lucky bastard.
Oh yeah.
I've heard good things about
I
Nashville.
love Nashville, man.
It's a great city. It's a really great town. And I've been lucky to live in two great towns. Brooklyn was great too. I miss Brooklyn. And I really like it here. So it's it's kind of like catch-22 sort of thing.
It's different. There's two big different places, bro. Brooklyn,
it really is,
and Nashville. Yeah, it is.
Nashville's better.
Don't sleep on Brooklyn, bro. Listen, don't be hating on Brooklyn, man. Right?
I don't know, man. Brooklyn's pretty dope.
It has nothing to do with hating. Nashville's just that much better.
Nashville's cool.
I like Cali. I'm cool where I'm at.
Nashville's a great place. I'm really glad we moved here. But in that time frame, in that like decade, where I was basically in New York, I didn't collect any comics. So when I came here, the people here are so nice, and some of the mom and pop shops were really great. And I developed some really nice rapport with a couple of the shop owners. Started to grab up some of the comics that were kind of bubbling up because of the early MCU stuff, just for fun. I didn't really think a whole lot of it. And then that just snowballed into nonsense. And now we're at 30 long boxes now. So,
wow, 30.
It's a lot. Man. It's a lot.
Are there a lot of shops in Nashville?
There are actually a lot of shops, strangely enough. There's one group called The Great Escape. There's 4 of those. And then there's 2 places called Outer Limits. There's Starbase 1552. There's Comic City 2. There's like a dozen good comic shops. And what's cool about it is they all kind of do something a little different. Like one's the gaming store, one's the trade paperback store, one's the back issue place, one's the weekly Wednesday Warrior place. Yeah. And the one place gets the variants, all the other places don't. So they all kind of have their little niche, which is really nice. So you don't ever really feel like you're screwing one shop with the other. It's just like the day I want toys, I go to this place. The day I want my trade paperbacks, I go there. And it's nice. You can kind of support everybody. And then as a result, there's kind of room for all the shops in town, which is great.
Wow. I'm not going to lie, not to go off topic here, but I've been thinking about moving to Nashville for a long time. And one of the things that's been keeping me here is just comic book resources and just the abundance of comics in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is where a lot of it started, but I'm just one of the main things in my life, or not in my life, one of the main concerns I have about moving to Nashville is having a smaller pool to draw from, almost in a way. So that's kind of good to hear that there are a lot. No lie. I kid you not, man.
Yeah, listen, my man Nick says different. He said you ain't going nowhere, Josh.
That's it, brother.
That's it. Brother said so. That's it.
I mean, in comparison to other places in the country, there's an abundance of shops here. But when we're talking, the difference between here and, say, New York City or something like that, it's not. I mean, there's not a contest. Even if you're going to drive out of the city to Massachusetts, Connecticut, and those places, you've got a lot more shops than we'll ever have here. But, we're close to a lot of cities, too. You're close to Atlanta. You're close to Huntsville, Alabama. You're not that far away from Kansas City. You're pretty close to Columbus, Ohio. You're only 3-4 hours away from a lot of cities. So if you want to just go to Louisville one day, just hit it. It's not going to it's a day trip. So while Nashville itself may not have what you want, you're in this weird hub that allows you to go to a lot of places and go to a lot of shows too, which is really nice.
Okay.
Well, whenever the hell we get cons back, I mean, shit.
I know, right? Hey, Lelo, he wants to meet a country girl. That's exactly what Josh needs. He needs
nothing wrong with that, bro. Nothing wrong with that.
Man, I'm telling you, for everyone that hasn't been down on, oh my God, Broadway.
Yeah.
Different world, man.
Broadway's fun. It's basically Nashville's Beale. It's like their Beale Street. So when they remodeled it, they kind of modeled it after the old Memphis Beale Street. It's pretty good. It's pretty amazing. It can be a raucous night down there.
Yeah.
Locals don't like to go down there much because it's a lot of tourists, but it's fun. It's fun. You want to hear some good music and get drunk, that's the place to go. And meet the ladies. That's definitely a place to go.
Well, sweet, man. You got any more questions, broski or Josh, man?
Yeah. Have you ever met Kazi Zoo?
Kazi Zoo.
No. So wait a minute. So you started selling off your collection when you were how old?
In my mid to late teens.
Okay, so what is the most prized book in your collection now?
That's what I was going to ask.
The one that's worth the most, or the one that's worth the most to me?
Both of you.
My most valuable book's my FF1.
Okay.
Although soon that might be X-Men one. My X-Men one might be worth more than it. I don't know if you guys have been watching the trends on X-Men 1, but they're getting neck and neck.
Yeah.
So those two are kind of tied. I also have a high grade Hulk 181, which is probably getting pretty close to those two. But most prized book, honestly, it's going to sound ridiculous, but it's the only key I kept from my younger days, and that's my Sandman 1. I have my my childhood Sandman 1. So that's a book that's never going anywhere, no matter what.
It's a nice book.
Yeah, definitely. I have a nice.
I tried selling one of my 298s today, and nobody bought it. Nobody wants that book, man. Keeps going up too. They're gonna want it soon.
They're gonna want it.
Yeah,
they're gonna want that and number 8. They're gonna want them both.
Yeah.
Lucifer get no love, man. I like Lucifer.
Well, Lucifer already did its thing because that show's still going.
Listen, man. Like I came upon the Sandworld universe through that show because I was a big fan of that show, and then I've come to realize that the first appearance was in that run, and I was like, oh shit, so it made me go deep into the Neil Gaiman run of Sandman. So that introduced me to Neil Gaiman, So
yeah. And for those that haven't read it, they just released an Audible series where Neil Gaiman narrates.
Yep,
and it's really good.
So many.
Funny. This comment right here by Mac B. When Josh mentioned Nashville, I thought of Reese Witherspoon in Home Sweet Alabama. Funny story. So when I was in Nashville, the last time I was in Nashville, Reese Witherspoon actually owns a shop in Nashville that's like literally like where my aunt and uncle live. Like you could hit it with a rock. I was walking down the street one day, and she comes out of her store on the other side of the street. So that's kind of funny, actually. She's
pretty great. She actually, and knowing, working at a school, the cool thing about her is she all of a sudden during COVID, she just said, guys, requisition whatever you need for schools. You need paper, you need pens, you need computers, you need whatever. You just send in your requisition and I will pay for it.
Wow.
For the whole metro area. She's very much the young version of Dolly Parton, who's also a huge supporter of things local here.
Yeah.
I have a 2-year-old son, and I get a free book in the mail from Dolly every single month for my baby. So it's pretty dope. She's, the two of them. I mean, those kinds of people really love where they're from, and they want to keep their money here, and they want to, they want to help out the people. So it's really cool to see that. Reese is cool. So whether you like her or not in the movie she does, she's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've never met her.
That's pretty dope, man. And my man Run the Comics. What's up, man? What's going on? Yeah, Broski, you have a question?
Yeah. No, not that I think of this. So go ahead, Joke. If you got
do you teach it? You said you teach English. Do you integrate any comics into that?
I do actually. I do try to do that. Yep. Especially with my non-AP kids that struggle to read and stuff, and they're struggling to find stuff that interests them. I like to kind of turn them on to some of that stuff too. I try to find out what their interests are first. Also depends on how old they are, and I'm not going to be recommending Saga to a 15-year-old, but at least not if I want to keep my job anyway. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I do. I bring as much of that stuff in as I can. And of course, there's some of the pat answer ones like Mouse, and Sandman's another one that people like to talk about. And there's plenty of others like that. But yeah, I try to do that from time to time. And I've got comic posters all over my room, and these kids all know I'm a nerd. I mean, I got a Star Wars tattoo for God's sake, and there's no hiding it,
Yeah.
And they like talking to me about the shows. I also teach cinema studies, and I also try to get like a MCU movies and some of the shows into the curriculum too. Not only because it's relevant, but because they like it,
Do you keep up with like new books? Do you read any new books that's coming out weekly or?
Yeah, I do. I read probably about a dozen titles regularly. I try to pick up some indies and check them out, but I love Something is Killing the Children right now, Department of Truth, Monstrous, Saga if we ever get it back. From Marvel, I'm always reading Venom, Conan, and Thor. I read Batman. I read Justice League Dark. New Mutants from time to time. I kind of go in and out of that one. But yeah, I read probably a good dozen. I was reading, you know what, and you'll laugh. I was reading Red Sonja, the Mark Russell run, which just ended. He just ended his run at number 24, and it was excellent. And I'm a little nervous now with the new writer. I hope it's still good. But so that's my one Dynamite book that I'm the one guy who actually reads Dynamite books.
I think here's number 2 right here.
Yeah.
I got Morello.
Sweet. You read Vampy? Okay, cool.
Yeah. From time to time.
Obviously, we buy them for the covers because they're incredible. Although I wish we didn't get 72 covers every week. But
yeah, right.
But the covers are good. What are you going to do? But yeah, the Red Sonja series was really, really good, and I'm a little disappointed that Russell moved on. Hopefully, it's going to still be good.
What do you think about these indie books now that's going on?
I'm looking at like Prices of Canto and what that's doing right now, and books like that. I think I don't know. I think it's good overall, as long as it doesn't get too gimmicky like it did in the 90s.
Yeah.
If they keep the content good and they keep the story good, and these things that get optioned actually get made and their quality, then I think it's fantastic for the comic industry. And I also think it's great for the collector because most of those are going to be low print runs. It's not going to be like hundreds of thousands of copies. Well, I mean, unless you're talking Berserker, but it's not going to be hundreds of thousands of copies. And even that, right? Even the Berserker move isn't the worst move in the world. You get a guy as popular as Keanu, and you get new heads in the shops, and you get some more money flowing into the hobby. It's maybe bad in the long run, but I think in the short run right now, especially during COVID when shops need money, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. But again, it starts to feel a little on the gimmicky side, and I worry about that a little bit. But overall, I think it's good. I think indies are starting to overtake the big guys.
Yeah,
I would even say big 3 because I'm going to put Image in there as a big 3.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that companies like Boom are starting to dethrone Image right now. Mm-hmm. And I don't think it's too far behind. If DC and Marvel continue to make the bad decisions that they're making, I think that there's some room for an indie to kind of take their slot. Especially with distribution changing now and people moving away from Diamond and stuff. And, a lot of Kickstarters and all those kinds of things are really kind of stirring the pot a little bit in a good way. They get good quality books to fans, and I think that that's really at the end of the day what we really want, right?
I feel like the one thing that like prevents like one of them from doing that is just having like a joined universe, which it's very hard for them to do because all these books aren't really like superhero books, so to speak. But like if they ever came up with some sort of a shared universe at like Boom or Image, I think they would certainly dethrone Marvel or both of them and DC.
I mean, Marvel's movies keep them up on the top. And I think no matter what their books do, people will be interested in those characters if the movies and the shows continue to be good and quality. If DC doesn't get their act together and stop relying on recutting old movies, then I think not that. And by the way, I actually like the Snyder Cut before I go into that. But at the same time, they need something fresh. They need something new. And they need to get people excited for their stuff. And besides Tynan doing Batman, which is good, there isn't a whole hell of a lot else that I really look forward to out of that Lunar box every week.
It seems like what DC has going is Batman, because Detective Comics is great, Batman is great. That's it. And
then anything else he does, like Joker or Punchline, like that. That's it.
Yeah. And I like Justice League Dark because he started it off before Ram took it over. And Ram's doing fine. It's still good. It's not as good as it was through that first dozen issues, but that's the reason why I started reading Justice League Dark. Plus, I love all those characters. Swamp Thing's a carryover from my Vertigo days. I love Wonder Woman. I think she's the best character in the Trinity. It's just kind of the perfect series. Zatanna's a cool character. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with her. So that one's kind of a carryover from my old school reading days.
You're looking forward to seeing how they can ruin her again.
Yeah, I hope they don't. They better put her in those fishnets. I'll tell you that.
It's good to
Are you
know
talking about Wonder Woman, or are you talking about Zatanna?
Both.
Oh yeah, well, geez. I mean, you take maybe the most compelling, beautiful actress in the world. This is Gal Gadot, and you take an already successful movie franchise and you flush it down the toilet by putting her in the costume for 7 total minutes in the movie and giving a terrible villain and focusing on the wrong villain for most of the movie. And it was not good. It just wasn't.
I mean, you mentioned reading so much books on New Comic Book Day, which is pretty dope, man. To know that you do. Us, we over here, we've been doing our comic book reviews now. I think it's like our 4th episode coming up next week, and we've been reading a lot too over here. And one of the things I enjoy reading now, like we was talking about indie books, man, and me and Thoro have been doing the indie spotlight for CBSI on Tuesdays.
Yep.
I find those indie books more interesting than what we have going on with DC or Marvel right now.
Me too.
Shout out to those independent publishings. When it comes to that, Source Point Press, Behemoth. All of them, they're doing great things.
AWA is doing great stuff right now too. The Upshot stuff, that stuff's great, with some pretty big names. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of great stuff. Devil's Due still doing stuff. There's Antarctic Press has a couple of good titles in there. I mean, all the little guys have some title really worth reading right now.
Mm-hmm. I do have a question now that we're gonna transition to that next segment with this. What's the process of you picking out some covers for Cover Tune? Well, Cover Fire, it's New Comic Book Day, so that's kind of a giving, right? Because every Wednesday you just pick the best covers. But what's your process of Cover Tunes? Because it's not necessarily only a character. It's not necessarily publishing. It's different things, artists or whatever. What's the process that you go through to pick out these covers?
I decide about a week ahead of time how I'm going to attack. Like, there's sort of 4 different attacks I have. Am I going to just choose an artist and go with 5 or 10 books from that artist? Am I going to go with a specific character? Am I going to go with some other theme that often has to do with something that's currently relevant? So like next week's going to be, spoiler alert, it's going to be Falcon and Winter Soldier books. So, but I like to, but then the 4th version is I'm sick of the comic industry. I'm going to do something completely off kilter that no one gives a shit about but me, and I really don't care at the end of the day. So there's that. Some days I get those bitter days where that's the way I hit it, and that's kind of what. Well, to a degree, that's what the Frank Thorne Red Sonja one was. Granted, it was also an homage to him having passed away, and it was time, and I was a huge fan. But I kind of didn't care if anybody read it at the end of the day. I thought that was content that deserved to be on the site, and I wanted it there. Whereas obviously next week's Falcon and Winter Soldier is relevant, and it's a little spec worthy, although I'm going to try to steer away from spec. But it's usually either an artist, a character, some relevant pop culture theme at the moment, or it's going to be just something that I care about myself. And I'm going to choose books. I put my money where my mouth is. Those are books that I either have bought, would buy, or recommend people buying because I just think they're great pieces of art. And I really don't care if they're worth 50 cents or if they're worth $50,000. It doesn't matter to me what they're worth.
Yeah. That is good to know that. It's good to know. And guys, y'all heard it here next week. Falcon Winter Soldier, guys. All right, so stay tuned for that. I'm interested to see which covers, because he don't pick the ratio variants. He picks the ones that, you can try to get still in your dollar bins, maybe.
Yep, exactly.
So yeah, man. Before we get into Cover Tunes, I do want to say to the chat, guys, remember, stay tuned to the end, man. I am doing a giveaway, man. I am giving away these 2 books, Carnage, Black, White, and Blood, guys. Beautiful Patrick Gleason cover. All right. And then I'm also giving away this Djurjevic cover of Amazing Spider-Man 544. All right. Amazing cover here. Amazing cover.
I'm gonna give you a round of applause for even attempting to say Djurjevic or Djurjevic or however it's
Djurjevic.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm saying it right. As long as I'm not saying Kazizu, we're good.
I don't know how to say it. Kazizu.
All right. So this, that was a beautiful way to start off our next segment, man. And you already know, man, with Mike Morello here, man, we have Cover Tunes. And we're gonna let the man himself talk about these covers, man. We're gonna give our little twist too. We're gonna, say our input, but we're gonna let the man navigate this, man. All right. So here we have Cover Tunes, and this, like he said before, this is what is it? I'm not gonna say issue or episode, but this is a 152 of Forgotten Vertigo, guys. All right. And then the first cover here that we're showing off is gonna be House of Mystery, and this is a B cover. There you go, man.
Yeah, so and really the whole article was centered around the early 2000s Vertigo, in some ways a relaunch of the title. Some of the titles hadn't gone away. They were just they had gotten into some later issues, but Vertigo kind of went by the wayside. People just didn't think about it very much in the 2000 to 2010 sort of time frame, and this is the book that's hot right now. It in general is the A cover for this book, and a lot of people don't know that there's a B cover, and this is not an incentive. There's no ratio going on here, but this is a Bernie Wrightson cover.
Yes, I forgot to put that. Yeah,
and you can't deny a Bernie Wrightson cover. I mean, this also in high grade with all that black. This is a really tough cover to get. But now eBay people have started to latch onto this one, and people trying to sell it for between $50 and $100 on the Bay. But this is a book that's languished in dollar bins for a decade or more. You can find these. I found my copy for $9 and change. And I know that they're out there. It's just one of those books that sat in those bins for so long that I'm going to just step back for a second. Yeah. We've become slaves to eBay. And to a degree, that makes sense, right? It's the real market. It's what people are really willing to pay for a book. But don't forget to go to your LCS and check the bins first. Yeah. Because some of these books are there. And if they've been sitting there a long time, this book could still be $1 someplace. I think it's a beautiful cover. It's everything you want in a Wrightson on a book that a lot of people don't know. And I like it.
I agree. I agree. This cover is beautiful for being a black cover here, man. It's gorgeous. And I'll tell you one thing, man. Broski, this is gonna be his thing right here when it comes to these covers, because he's the horror guy. So he likes the Werewolf by Nights and all that stuff. So this is Swamp Thing. So I'm sure, Broski, what you got to say about this one?
No, like he said, so Vertigo DC Comics is basically black label of DC now. So in a way, it's darker stories told. That's how come what Mike said earlier, these books were different from your normal, character from Marvel and DC and all these regular Batmans. So this took you away from it. So House of Mystery, if you look in the past, we showed photos by Frank Thorne when he did some DC House of I forgot what top of my head.
It was the original House of Mystery. He did like 5 issues House of Mystery, it.
Yeah. So he did. So this is just straight horror books, and I'm a big fan of it. And this stuff right here that you put out, I was reading the article and reread the article earlier just to get a little refresh. A lot of good stuff on there. A lot of good stuff. So this one I'm gonna be on the lookout. Yeah.
And this one, I guess, has become a key in a way because it's the Cressida. I think that's the way you say the name. The white cover, the A cover, is the one everyone knows. And I guess she's popping back up in Batman, or maybe it's the Joker book. I forget which one. But it's just one of those books that just people didn't know there was a B cover. There's very few of them on eBay right now. I think there's only 3 copies listed at the moment, something like that.
I don't even know what the A cover looks like. I don't think, anyway.
What you think of this, Josh?
It reminds me of Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, yes, it does.
Yeah, it does.
But I won't lie. I don't know shit about Vertigo. Barely anything. I'm not gonna lie. It's a dope cover, though.
Well, we're gonna remind you, and we're gonna introduce you now with the segment of cover tunes, right?
Maybe you can start spending your money.
At the same time, I just one more thing about this cover here. I feel like it's gonna be a tough one to get at a high grade because of the black. So just FYI on that one, man.
Absolutely,
so,
it is.
Great pick, my man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next up we have here is going to be Swamp Thing. This is Broski's book here too, man. Swamp Thing number 22.
So Swamp Thing. So Swamp Thing's an interesting series in that a lot of people know, the early saga, the Swamp Thing stuff, all the early Constantine, all those kinds of books, and great storytelling. But later in the run, you get some incredible covers that people just completely ignore, like Simon Bisley covers and Toddle Band covers and all that kind of thing. And then when they relaunch it here, there's a lot of great covers in this 4th series as well. And this is an interesting one because it's Eric Powell. And you think Eric Powell, you think Goon, you think Hillbilly, you think all those kinds of books. But man, the detail in this cover is absolutely outstanding. I really, really dig this one. And I was not aware of this cover until I ran across it in the bin about a month ago. I'm like, holy crap, who is that? And actually, this cover is the reason why I wrote this article this week.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Nice.
Yep.
I could see either all these books or most of these books. Broski is already on his radar, bro.
He's already typing it in right now.
No, like Swamp Thing. There's a lot of these old, higher issues of Swamp Thing, Vertigo, and that actual series. I've seen them in the bins back then. You get them for under $5 easily right now, $2.50 to $3, and I don't really buy these ones yet. in a way, I try to tend to find more obscure or older, but still for something like this, you're gonna pass up now. It might hurt you later because these are not very high print run comics, and you won't see a lot of these at a lot of LCSs. For
Extremely
sure.
good point. Yeah, most of these are much lower print runs. Again, because they're that adult line kind of like Black Label. Yeah, and finding them in good shape is going to be tough too because they're just tossed in bargain bins.
Yeah,
raw, no bags and boards, nothing.
I only see one on eBay. One.
Really?
I mean, unless I'm searching under the wrong thing, I've only found one so far.
Right.
Dude, I never seen this book either, so I don't see.
I didn't know it either, and I read Swamp Thing as a kid, and I still had never seen this.
There you go.
So I just ran across it randomly. I got it for $0.25. And I just thought it was great. And Eric Powell's a local guy. He's a Nashville guy.
Oh, sweet.
I've met him, and he's done some commission stuff for me. It's just good to support a local guy too. So I really like the cover.
That's awesome. I see. Before we move on, I see a couple of people in the chat there.
Let's in the chat.
Mr. LETT, what's going on? And I see my man God Forge. All right, guys, man, 9 p.m. Eastern. They are doing their 2,500 subscriber giveaway, guys. TiVo's doing a live thing too at 9, so make sure you have double tabs open, man, and just tune in, man. All right, just tell them East West in ya. All right, so moving on, man, to the next cover, man. It's going to be Fables issue number 63 from 2007, man.
Yeah, so this one and the next one are kind of together in my description in the article, but this whole Fables run has some incredible covers. I chose the two that I chose because I thought they had sort of the same mood to them. They had this kind of like sad, muted kind of a feel to them. I just think they're gorgeous covers. I mean, they're this whole time frame, each series really kind of lends itself to its own art style. Like you've got the Faithless stuff that we're going to get to, which is all Adam Hughes covers, and then you've got the sort of the Dave McKean weird, I don't know, like sort of photo, sort of like collage look, and this just had these beautiful kind of flowing, serene covers, and I really like them both, and they just both have that same kind of sad, contemplative sort of mood to them, and I just thought they were beautiful. And I thought they should be featured together. In previous cover tunes, I've featured a couple of other issues from this series too. Because every time I look through the list, I'm like, oh God, that's beautiful too. I got to choose that one. But these two I thought were really good, sort of companion covers.
I'm digging. I'm digging both covers. I really like this one. Like you said, it's like really sad. You know, it's dark. So this cover right here is pretty dope. This is just like a painting to me. It looks like, you know. So
yeah,
really dig this one. And then the second one.
James Jean on the first one, and it's I don't know how to say the artist's name. It's Rouse or Ruas for the second one. And so I think it's interesting that it's two separate artists too. James Jean is sort of famous for this run, whereas the other artists on the run aren't quite as famous. But I just think they're great. This is it's a really great series all the way through, and there's a bunch of spinoffs too. Faithless is one of them. Or no, did I say Faithless?
Yeah. If you can't pronounce the cover artist, man, we definitely got to get Broski to read that.
And I meant to say Fairest, not
Fairest.
Fairest.
Yeah, Fairest.
So yeah, these books though, like if you saying that a lot of them went to like high number of issues. Like this one went up to 149.
Yeah,
and this just to show you that these books, Vertigo or whatever, back in the day, they weren't consistently putting out issue number ones, as you can see a lot of indie books do, and a lot of books DC does, and Marvel. So that was the good thing about this was a long current issue run, which I didn't even know. I thought it was Fables was only like about a 36-40 issue run till I read your what you put down. I was like 149. I was like, dang, that's a lot of issues for that one.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
It is. People really like this one. This one and Lucifer was the other one that did really well, and people continued to read them.
Yeah, definitely, man. So we're gonna move on from Fables 96 and what is it, 63 to Hellblazer, man, 225. Yes. And Constantine is one of my favorite artists. I'm sorry, favorite characters in the DC universe, man. I really enjoyed his character when Keanu played him in the movie. I enjoyed him even in the TV show. So this is a dope Hellblazer one. If you've been reading Hellblazer from Vertigo, man, from back then, this is a deep, dark story, bro. All right, so there you go.
this character is all kinds of haunted for all kinds of reasons, and it continues. It gets worse and worse and worse for him. And if you like the character, he's in Justice League Dark as well. But I chose this because this is pre-Batawang Lee Bermejo right here. And it is, I mean, the detail in this cover is absolutely incredible. I mean, there's so much depth here. I really just love this. This is by far the standout cover in this portion of the run. Hellblazer is yet another one that went to gargantuan amount of issues. I don't even know how many. It's like 250 or more. So this was, it went through different writers, Garth Ennis and others, but this is the cover. And again, it's a $1 book or a $5 book, and look at that art. I mean, and that's a full straight up painting. I mean, that's not digital. That's not, and I'm not knocking digital art because there's some beautiful digital artists out there, and I know it's an up and coming thing, but there is nothing like putting a brush on a canvas. It's just, you can't replace that, and this is some incredible stuff.
When I used to smoke, I used to be able to do that too.
You're like Gandalf making the ship go through the.
yeah, I definitely need this cover. This is a dope ass cover. And Bermejo, we're spying him later today, man. Later on the show. So yeah, definitely, man. What you think, broski?
No, like I don't read too much Constantine. I only watched Keanu do it. I tried to, but there's a lot of things that you try to read, and sometimes there's not enough time because there's so much stuff out there, which I enjoy. That's why I love collecting comics and reading them as well. But I don't know how many issues did he do in Hellblazer, Lee Bermejo?
There's a pretty decent chunk. It's like if I'm not mistaken, it's a good 20 issue chunk. So all right around this number, like between the 200 and teens through the 220s in there. And there's a lot of beautiful covers, but this one blows them all away.
Yeah, that's bad. The way the smoke is just
and that's why.
Yeah,
and that's exactly why. I mean, that's what makes it so much better. It's a great depiction of the character, but let's face it, it's just a dude. At the end of the day. So you got to do something else to make it stand out, and this cover stands out because of that smoke.
I'm gonna go hunt for this one now.
Yo, Josh, I need that, Josh.
Yo, you don't need anything more. You need to slow down. Deal with it.
All right, so we're moving on from Hellblazer, man, to House of Mystery issue 37 from 2011.
I just think this is a dope cover. This is a weird cover. I mean, it's got that weird sort of Dave McKean, Sandman-y kind of look, but it's not. It's Asao Andrews, and it's just a really cool concept. I think it's totally different. I love when a cover doesn't look like anything else I've ever seen, and this is one of those. I don't know what the hell's going on. I've never read this issue before. I've seen it pop up in bins. There's a ton of great covers in this whole run, but this one's really weird, really cool, really unique. And I just really liked it. And I sort of like that kind of blurred look to everything on this. Kind of has that Chiodo kind of look. I don't know if you guys, look at that stuff, but I just like the look of it, and I think it's unique and cool.
I enjoy this. Kind of gives me the Lock and Key vibe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Lock and Key vibe.
So I'm digging it. I like it. Good choice on this one, man. This is pretty dope. Yeah,
I like what Amazing Murphy put. Amazing Murphy Nader. A digital artist is a sorcerer without a hat.
You're watching too much Falcon and Winter Soldier.
But no, it's dope. It's a dope ass.
Yeah. What you think, Josh, of the cover?
I don't trust females that paint each one of their nails.
I'd rather get comics.
It is dope, though.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, man.
Right. We got a super chat too, broski. Just a heads up.
I'll do it after this because I think there's a couple more slides. And so yeah, man. So we're moving on to Lucifer issue number 25 from 2002. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, yeah. So this one, so I picked this one for a couple of reasons. One, Lucifer is just a great series. It's one of those series that went, a little longer than one might expect. Mm-hmm. But there's not a lot of good death covers. And with that Sandman show coming, and people going crazy for Sandman 8 and that Action Comics, whatever the hell number that is with her on it, and a couple of other things. This is one of the few good covers for death, and that's Lucifer on the cover with her. I mean, this could become a really important cover. Right now, it's a nothing. Nobody cares about this thing. I think it's a beautiful painting to begin with, but I sort of went a little towards the spec on this, and so I'm kind of a little mad on myself, but I love the character, and I've read the character since Sandman 8, and I really I really believe in this character, and I think that this cover is going to be one that people are going to go, holy crap, I can't believe I missed that. And so I want to put that in here.
I agree. This cover here, I get the Bill Sienkiewicz vibe on this one.
Yes,
don't
definitely.
know why. But this is awesome. I like the purple. I love these covers from Lucifer and Sandman. Those covers are amazing, man. So
Bro.
yeah, it looks like the Crow a little bit. It does.
It does. Does a little bit. You're right.
But good pick on this one. This one I've got my eye on. I got my eye on this one. So
I wouldn't be surprised if this gets hot.
Yeah, like he said again, the doves in the back. It was that's like what Angel and Death. I mean, I don't know. Just like when you think of a white dove, you think of. So it's pretty cool concept that they did and brought some light and dark with it. So I really like it. I think this is another one that's gonna be on my radar when I see it. Muscle memory. You're gonna end up saying, "Oh, I remember this one." So I really enjoy it. And that's what I said. That's why when you put out stuff like this. It helps me as a collector to be more broad out there and knowledgeable. So yes, it's dope. I never thought I was ever thinking about getting any Lucifers. My wife will accept that shit.
Oh man! All right, so I think the next one's gonna be our last slide, if I'm not mistaken, man. And this is going to be it is Ferris number 3 from 2012. Adam Hughes, beautiful cover. Everybody should know about Ferris, right? So
I would hope so, but it's funny how few people do when I talk to them, and they're like, "Wait." Hughes did this whole run.
Yeah.
They think there's like the girl watering can one with the tight t-shirt on that everybody wants. That's number 30, whatever the hell that is. Yes, right, exactly. And then there's the rest of them, and I'm like, have you ever seen this one with the long blonde hair and the terrible Arrow logo across the top? I can't believe they put those up there, those banners. But then there's this one, which I think is one of Hughes's best covers. No matter what series we're talking about, I don't care if it's Wonder Woman, Catwoman, I don't care what it is. Zatanna, this is one of his best covers ever.
We might have to debate on that one, but okay, I got you.
I think it's clever. I think it's really hard to do a painting with a lot of white. You can't argue with a large chested lady on a Hughes book, and then of course the fog, the whole. I just like the concept of it. I think it's a beautiful cover. I think it's an underrated series from a really hot artist that everybody likes, and this book can be gotten for $10.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
And guys, if y'all get into Adam Hughes has a dope ass 1 in 25 Black Cat. I think issue number 4 coming out, man. And if you're into big boobs, that's your book. All right. All right. So yes, man, that's our cover tunes, man. From CBSI by my man Mike Morello himself, right here, man. So great picks, man. Great picks.
Thank you. I hope everybody likes those picks. I'm of the mind where I want people to like what they read when they come over to CBSI and read my articles, but at the same time, I don't choose these to please anybody but me. And so I like these. I really do believe in those covers. I think they're great. I hope you do too.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. And then, like my man said, he gave you a sneak peek of what's coming out next week, which is going to be Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Can't wait to see what covers he picks, man, because this guy has some good taste in covers. So
thank you, sir.
Good job, man. Then going back real quick, man, we have a super chat from my man Red Hook Comics, man. Red Hook Comic with a $5.99 super chat, man. Appreciate that, man. And then with that, man, man, we have.
I mean, I'll be disappointed if. Oh!
Whoa! Not the 99.
Whoa!
My man Josh almost came on himself. He's like, oh, he said,
Damn, I was wondering when that was going to come.
I just had to do it, bro. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Oh my goodness, man. So yes, saw a couple more people. They got Tim in the chat there. Marco's Big Drews was going on. Copy 801. Thank you for joining us, man. And then Eli Easy the Game Hunter, man. Yes, definitely, man. So yeah, man. Our next segment is gonna be cover of the week, man. From here, East meets West, and like how we do every week. We pick a character, we pick an artist or something like that, and we just pick our favorite covers, whether it's Silver Age, whatever. This week we came up with Silver Surfer, and Silver Surfer is one of my favorite characters in Marvel. So we're gonna start it off with I forgot who picked first. I don't know. I think it was Broski, if I'm not mistaken.
If I see the cover, I'll let you know.
hold on. Let me just close the week. Shit is bam. All right. So there we go, man. So first off, let me see. Oh no, these are James. All right.
Yeah.
So James, man, King of the Golden State. If y'all know, man, he couldn't be here today, man. But he picked a couple of books he wanted to share, man. And this here is Thanos issue number 15, the fourth printing, covered by Jeff Shaw. I think this is the first cover appearance of a Black Silver Surfer, if I'm not mistaken. So pretty dope book. I had this. I fucking sold it. I don't know why. I regret it because now that's not a cheap book. So from there, since he's not here to talk about it, we're gonna move on. Then we have Silver Surfer issue 34 from 1990, cover done by Ron Lim. Return of Thanos. If y'all don't know, in the 70s, I think he died in Marvel 2-in-1, one of the issues. And then this was his big return over here in Silver Surfer 34. Yeah, pretty dope, man. That Silver Surfer run was pretty dope because it led up to Infinity Gauntlet. The first appearance of the Infinity Gauntlet was on Silver Surfer, I think 45, 44, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Dope pick there from James, man, from Ron Lim. Ron Lim is a dope ass artist too, man. Great dude.
Yeah,
too,
way underrated. One of those guys that I think does so many covers that people forget that he's a good cover artist.
Yeah. Yes, I agree, man. So we're moving on from Silver Surfer 34 to Silver Surfer Ashcan. And this list, man, when we do these covers, and like I said before, sometimes I buy them. This is one of the books I bought. I had to buy it. Because it's one of my favorite characters and one of my favorite artists of modern. So you got Jim Lee. Jim Lee is the man back from 1995 when they did this. So I picked this up, man. I didn't know he did an Ashcan cover.
Dude, you're schooling me, man. I did not know this cover, and now I need one. Damn you. I thought I was going to make it through the whole show and not buy a damn book. Shit.
Payback, bro. Payback, all right? So, pretty dope pick there, James, man. Appreciate you for that, man. And I sold one on eBay, and I dropped the hammer. It was like $25 or $30, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so why not? So we next up is Broski. This is you, bro.
So yeah, this one is a Silver Surfer, the best defense. This story arc, they had one shots. I believe Silver Surfer, what's his name? Fucking Doc Strange and the Hulk. They had
the Defenders, basically.
Yeah, the Defenders. So this was just a one shot. This one was actually a second print. This one goes for about $20 on the secondary market. You might find an LCS, but a lot of them didn't have a lot of second prints. So I figured I'd put this one out because this one is not one that you'll see that often. So I figured just put something different.
That is a sweet cover.
Yeah.
The Galactus and everything in the background, that's pretty dope. Like it's like the image of all that's going on, and then you got the Fantastic Four in the bottom. I thought,
yo, dude, good pick. I like that one, man. So moving on to this right here.
This one is a Cliff Chang. This is a hip hop variants came. There's actually another one too, where actually it's like a little kid. So basically, on Drake's album, he came out with being a kid and being an adult. So there is actually two different covers of this one, but I just picked this one. This one goes about $35 to $40 on secondary market as well, but. Like I said, you never know. Just be careful. Just wait if you're not really in a rush to buy things, because when cons start to open up, I bet you'll find this for a way better price. So don't go crazy on the hype. I'm just trying to show what's out there.
Yeah. Love it. Okay, you was gonna say something, somebody?
No. I was just gonna say that the hip hop covers are. I mean, it's amazing how hot they've gotten since the Miles one did. Then they all just kind of trickled down from there. Yeah. Everyone wants them all now. Collecting them all is nearly impossible. There are so freaking many of them.
Yeah. Talk about the Miles. I had the Miles, which is a rendition of a homage to the
You sold that one too.
I sold that one, and I fucking regret it.
I just got the Sienkiewicz Venom one today.
Oh my god!
I never had that one. I'm a huge Sienkiewicz fan. I'm really a fanboy when it comes to Sienkiewicz, and I had to have that one. I finally ran across it today.
Yeah. So good pick, Broski. I think there's an alternative cover to this one. It's a smaller, like a kid version of
like a kid version. Yeah, there's two different covers.
Yeah. All right. So we're moving on, man, to this one.
This is the 1 of 50 Francavilla. I just enjoyed that. He has another one that's almost similar to this on issue 1. And I think my Broski Joker, he didn't sell this one. He's smart enough, he kept this one.
I kept this one.
But this one, actually, if you can't get number 1, try to get number 2. And I think this one's a dope ass one. He's just looking at, I just like the way he looks in it, just chilling. The background scene. It's just to me, Frank Villa is another underrated artist, and he's really dope. Puts out some great talent.
Really nice guy too, by the way. I met him last, I guess, a year and a half at Heroes. Really nice guy.
Dope. Good, man. Look forward to meeting him in one of the cons, man.
Same here.
Like Broski said, Silver Surfer #1. There is a 1 in 50 for this one from the 2014 run. Is on the list. The Doom picked it, so we'll talk about it in a few. All right. So we're moving on from there to. All right, this is Josh. Josh, this is you.
I think this is arguably one of the best Silver Surfer covers of all time. This is when Kirby came back, and it's a low print run. This is the last issue of the first series.
Scarce.
Yeah, very scarce. I just think it's a dope cover. Dope cover.
Yeah, I agree. The last issue of the run, Silver Age run of Silver Surfer, cover done by Herb Trimpe. People don't know. Interiors by Kirby. And this is a book I don't have, and I've been trying to collect the whole run. So far I only have issue 1 and a couple of the fillers, but I don't have 3, the big ones, or 4. But this one I might get next. I might get this one next.
It's very affordable too.
Yeah, yes, it is. All right, so we're moving on from 18 to Fantastic 450, bro.
Yeah, this book. This is the only one of the big.
Before you get into it, this is a book that my man Mike Morello picked after you, so I had to tell him to.
See, now you know what I go through every week.
It'll be obvious when you see what my pick is, what I had to go to since you chose this one.
Is it a couple issues later?
It's a little bit more than a couple issues later, but yes.
Okay. So this one, this is the only one that I don't have of the trilogy in high grade. This book is not easy to get in like high grade, and I'm looking for one that's like an 8.0 or an 8.5 white pages though, so it matches the other two. Dude, this book is so hard to find in high grade. You can't even find a JPEG in high grade, really. I mean,
it's so true. It's so true.
And more importantly, Johnny Storm goes to college in this.
That's the main thing. That's the main thing, right?
Your mom goes to college.
Yeah, dude. For being a brown cover, this cover is amazing.
And it's not even brown. It's like there's like maroons and shit in there. It's fucking crazy cover. And it's always rubbed.
Yeah,
always.
Yeah. So man, good luck with that, Josh. Good luck.
Yeah.
Me, I settle for a 5. I don't give a fuck.
No.
I'll settle for I don't care. Hey.
I've got a nice raw, but you can't have it.
Yeah.
Especially since you chose it and I couldn't choose it.
All right, man. So I think the last book is up for Josh, and it's going to be this one here.
Yeah, I mean, how could this not be on the list? This, I think this is the best Silver Surfer cover of all time, in my opinion. This book, I did just get it like right before it blew up. That's not why I got it. Like I said, I don't care what this book does. Is it nice that it's gone up? Yeah, I'm not going to lie. But this is a book that I wanted to have regardless, whether it's worth $5 or $5,000. It doesn't matter to me. This is just a dope book. I think this is better than 4. I think this is better than 1.
Woo!
I really do.
Wow, those are powerful. That's strong words there, bro.
I'm telling you, I do.
Yeah, he does.
We're gonna let the chat talk about that. We'll see.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, what you think, Mike?
I do love this cover, and I'm like him. I got in on this when it was like a $50 book because I just wanted a run of Silver Surfer, and I love it. I do, but I don't know if I could say I like it better than 4. I will say this though. I've never been a big classic cover guy.
Yeah.
That doesn't say key to me. Like classic cover and key are. I think we've lost track of what the word key means in the industry these days. But that cover for number 4 is dope AF, and this is too. They both are. This whole run. I mean, really, is there a dud? Number 9, maybe. I mean, there's really no duds in the whole run. It's a beautiful set of covers. There's no doubt about it.
My man Bushima did amazing work on these covers, definitely, man. Dope picks, Josh, man. I think it's Doom that's next, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And shout out to Doom, another book I end up buying but I had my eye on this book for a few months already. I know this is Silver Surfer Parable. This is a Turkish edition. basically what it was is that a couple years ago, well, a while ago, Mobius and Stanley did a 2-issue story on Silver Surfer. So this is just basically a prestige format of just one, in one. The cover is done by Broski. You want to pronounce that?
Which one? Yaldari Senior?
Say that again.
Fuck, I can't see this. Yaldari, no, Yaldari Sinar.
There you go.
There you go.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
So
I'll buy
this is a book I picked up. You can find some on eBay, and they're not too expensive. This is a pretty dope cover. I just have to because the Silver Surfer and dope cover. I'm in it. So
Speaking of great covers, the 2 original covers are freaking ridiculously good too. The 2 Mobius covers are really good.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. So we're gonna pick go on next, man. And he picked. We was talking about Broski was talking about this Silver Surfer number 1 from the 2014 run. This is the 1 in 50 Francavilla variant, and this I do have at a 9.6. And shout out to Mr. LETT, man. Dope book, man. Gave me a great deal on that. I from what I remember, I think he only did these 2 covers, 1 and 2 of 1 in 50s of Francavilla. Not sure, but this one right here is fucking badass. Look at him just in the middle of space.
That is an improper surfing stance.
Why? Why is that? You're the professional surfer. Why?
Because he should be like
leaning forward, bending his knees.
Yeah, I think he's coming into the shore on that.
Another book that if you have it on 9.8, it's not cheap. It's hard to get at a 9.8 because of the black. I've tried. Well, LETT tried and didn't work out. But what you guys think about this book?
Yeah, it's dope.
I love the simplicity of this cover.
Yeah.
There's not. I mean, when you do it, when something like this is done right, there's nothing better than a simple, perfect cover.
I agree, man. And this is a book that Broski, like he said, issue 1 and 2 are very similar.
Yeah.
So good picks there from Doom and Broski on that one. So we're moving on to the last one that he picked, and this is a recent book, guys. This is a recent book that came, I think, last week or the week before. This is Marvel's number 6, 1 in 25 Lee Bermejo cover, guys. I misspelled Bermejo, my bad. You know what I mean? But yes, dope cover. Awesome fucking Silver Surfer cover, man. I missed the chance of pulling the trigger when it was I think it was like $75 book. Should have pulled it. Now it's like over $100 this book. I love
patient, bro. It'll go down. It's always like that. It'll be back to like $60-$70.
I was able to find one at an LCS, and none of my stores got it. I was really pissed.
This is something that I know. It's just I know you're right, Broski. It's FOMO. FOMO just get me right. I need this.
Yes. You can't sleep at night. I've had those.
Well, I can sleep. I'm just saying I need it. You know what I mean?
You'll get it. You'll get one.
Yeah.
So dope pick, Doom, man. So we're moving on to my picks, man. And this one here is an honorable mention, but you know what? I picked 4 picks, man. Fuck it. So here we got Silver Surfer Black Man number 1. All right, and this is a great story from my man Donny Cates. I enjoyed the story. A lot of people, would tread more with the art and stuff, but it kind of fit with the story, and the story kind of was, too good to just not, pick up and read. So this right here is a Delato variant. Pretty badass Delato cover, man. I think there's a Virgin variant, store variant for that. I forgot what store did it. I don't know, but there's a Virgin cover to this, man. And dude, check it out. And it's not a cheap book.
Is that a perfect stance for surfing?
No, it's just about way too wide apart.
You can't satisfy you with Silver Surfer's pose, bro. What's up, man? So we're moving on to the classic, and this one right here is one of my favorite covers. I do own this book. This is Silver Surfer number 1 from '68. Cover done by John Buscema, and here you get the origins of Silver Surfer and all that, man. When I think of Silver Surfer, honestly speaking, not even FF48 pops in my head. I think of this cover first. This is an iconic cover to me when it comes to Silver Surfer and his covers. Obviously, 48 definitely, man, because 48 is the money book. But this is a more iconic cover for me. You have dead center in the middle, and just great artwork by Buscema, man, on this. What you guys think of this?
I hunted this book until I could find one in a decent mid-grade for many years, and finally got one recently. It it was one of those books that I MF'd. I'm like, no, this isn't the key. This is not his first appearance. Screw that book.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, damn, I want one of those. Shit. I gotta get. So I've definitely changed my tune on this book. I always liked the cover, but I mean, I just kind of was like, that's not a key. I shouldn't be worth what it's worth, but it should be.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. I'm not a big fan of this cover issue, whatever. But it's because it's issue number 1 again, so that's why it's I don't know.
What? I mean, no doubt. Josh, what you think?
Yeah, I mean it's obviously a iconic cover or semi-iconic cover, I would say. I always thought it was weird how it looks like he's wearing underpants, though.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Loops.
Yeah.
Oh my god! All right, so my next pick is gonna be. Hold up. There we go. The next pick is gonna be FF49, dude. All right. Obviously, 48 is the first full appearance of Silver Surfer. Here we have FF49 from April '66. Second appearance of Silver Surfer, first on cover, which is the main thing. And this cover to me is a lot better than 48. You have Galactus and you have Silver Surfer dead on the cover with the FF gang. So I'm in it. Kirby, goodness, you know what I mean? So what you think, Mike?
Oh man, and I could not agree with you more about this being the better cover. This cover is incredible, and what these two books have both done over the last couple of years is unbelievable. It's market correction, and it should have happened a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But I mean, these are two more books that are really hard to get in good grades, and now forget about affording them if you can. So
Yeah.
But I love this book. This is one of my favorite Silver Age books overall.
Yes. Definitely.
Yeah. This one you can find in T-shirts, magnets.
Yeah.
This is iconic cover. Like you said, I think this is it always portrays the Fantastic Four in a way. So
yeah.
So yeah, dope ass cover.
Appreciate it. Yeah, Josh.
I mean, obviously, I love it. Needed to get it. Got it right at the right time.
Yes, you did.
I mean,
and a satisfying grade because Josh is high grade or no grade. That's it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
it's a good rule to live by if you can.
Yeah, I have a decent grade in this one. My 48 is not fantastic. No pun intended.
What do you have this one in?
It's a high mid grade. It's a raw. I don't have it graded. I probably should send it in though. It's probably a 6.5, something like that.
Respectable.
Great.
Yeah, definitely, man. So my last book is gonna be, and listen, Josh, fight me. All right, fight me. Silver Surfer number 4.
I love the cover, obviously. I'm not going to disagree. It's awesome.
I dare you. Fight me.
I'm messing with you, Josh. Dude. Silver Surfer number 4, man. John Buscema cover from February '69. Dude, this is one of the most iconic covers of Silver Age book, period. Dope battle between them two on the Rainbow Road. What do you guys think? Well, let's start with Mike. What you think, Mike, of this cover?
Okay, so this is another one of those books like Silver Surfer 1 that I was like, no, not a key. Classic cover doesn't count. Forget it. And for years, and it was really just me going, I don't want to fork over the money for it. I mean, this cover is absolutely gorgeous. It's perfect. I mean, it is the Silver Age.
Yeah.
I mean, this and that 49. I mean, if I had to choose between them, I think I would just quit, not give you an answer.
Yeah, Broski, what you think,
this
man?
one very iconic. I think I'm probably gonna get this one in the middle of this year, even if it's not for. It might be a low grade, but low grade's better than no grade. So I can't wait to own this to myself. I have it in the works somewhere, and I can't. This is very iconic. I do have the Marvel masterpiece of that bad boy, but hopefully one day be able to actually own the actual raw copy of it. So yeah.
Hold up, man. There you go. All right, so we're moving on from there to my man Mike's picks. Sorry, I just had to go back to the screen. And then we have here. There you go, Mike.
Okay. Yes. You want me to talk about it, or you want to talk about it?
No, go ahead. It's all you, brother.
Okay. This run of 4 issues is all beautiful Delato covers, all 4 of them, and choosing between them is nearly impossible. I like that he's a lot darker on this cover, which kind of tells me that he's reflecting the space sky, which is just a cool way to depict this rather than a really bright, almost white silver. I also like the pose best on this one. I like the sort of upturned board and everything. I think this is the best of the 4, but you can't go wrong with any of the 4 from this.
No.
And it's really early Delato. It's like 06. Yeah, 06. And so if you're a Delato collector and you're not into these, you should be.
Hey, I agree. This whole run is sick. I got mine. But a lot of these Annihilations side stories were dope. Like those covers from the Scrolls. That Scroll run was amazing.
Yes.
What
a beautiful Thanos one too. I think it's is it Thanos and Hulk?
I don't know what book is that one though. I forgot. I know the book you're talking about.
Annihilation Conquest. I want to say it is.
Could be.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's Annihilation Conquest. I seen it today when I was digging through some books. Yes.
Snatch next time, broski. It's a good book.
They were missing number 1. I was like, I want number 1. They had like 2, 3, and 4. I was like,
Yeah. Well, what do you think, Josh?
Good surfing stance too. you know, like when surfers go under like the wave and they go like this with their hand and they touch it. Yeah.
All right, there you go. So this
one passes the form test.
Yeah.
Hey, so we're gonna move on. I think this is your last cover, right? That you picked, and it was this one. There you go, Mike.
Yeah. So I toyed with going with that 55, which I think is the one you probably thought I was going to go with, and I wanted to. I like this one a little bit better because I think Surfer stands out on this cover more, with basically the whole background being red, the Watcher back there, and everything. I just like the way the backdrop space is done. Kirby cover you can't go wrong with. I just think it's a beautiful, iconic cover. That is not quite as good as 50, but almost.
Yeah. I agree, man. Josh, what you gotta say?
Yeah, I thought he was going to pick 55, but this would have been my second guess. I almost picked this for a minute, but I'm like, I got to go with 50.
Yeah.
But it's dope. I mean, obviously.
Yeah. And Broski.
No, dope ass cover. It's stuff that I don't own that one day hopefully I own. Find at a garage sale, find somewhere else. But you be patient. You'll be able to find these in eventually. May take years, but it's all that's part of the hunt.
This one does not pop up very often for whatever reason.
I got it somewhere here. I don't see it, but whatever. It's around. But yeah, definitely 72 is a dope cover. You see him, flying through the galaxy. You got the Watcher on cover. You got this cosmic blast there. Pretty dope. Everything from the corner box is awesome. You know what I mean?
It's true.
So pretty dope pick, man. So that's our covers of the week here, man, for Silver Surfer and East Meets West, man. Thank you, Mike, for participating on that one.
Oh, you know what one I should have picked? Oh, man. I should have picked FF75.
Yeah. I think I have a couple people hitting me up on IG sending me their covers. Yeah, I can't get them on the show right now, but William Medina, I'll check it out later. Real quick, man. Back then, man. Sorry, I skipped you, Biggs, man. I see you, bro. I see you, brother. My big bro right here with a $2 super chat saying, "Yo, where's James?" Yo, I don't know, bro.
What's shaking, everybody? It's your boy, King of the Golden State.
I don't know, man. He's missing. So yeah, man. Appreciate that, man. Biggs. Let me see. Let me just get a quick shout out. Hyper Combo Comics is in there. Comics are great. Real quick, man. I know he's been asking about the little origins of how we got East Meets West or whatever. And right now, I'm not gonna discuss it because we got we're at the scheduled time right now. So everybody can tune into the other shows at 9:00. But man, tune in at on Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern, I think, on No Good Comics YouTube channel. I will be there as a guest. It's gonna be a one-on-one interview. He's gonna, we'll talk whatever. He's gonna ask me some questions, and I will talk about the origins of East Meets West. Their comics are great. So tune into that one right there. I know you've been asking me for like two episodes ago. So just one more week. Hang on, bro. Hang on. All right. So yeah, man. So we're moving on from our covers of the week, man, to our last one of our last segments of the show before we go to show and tell and do the giveaway, guys. Again, guys, before we move on to that, man, I am giving away 2 books, man. Here I have Carnage, Black, White, and Blood, Patrick Gleason, issue number 1. Right, awesome cover there, with a nice Djurjevic cover there of Amazing Spider-Man 544. If I'm not mistaken, 544. Yeah, 544. Dope covers. All right, guys. So yeah, man. We're gonna move on to let me share my screen and just Open up the tab real quick, man. And here we have our cover tunes. Listen, man, we're doing not cover tunes. We're gonna do East Meets West spotlight on Lee Bermejo, guys. There we go, man. All right, nice little segment. Last week we did not what was it called? It was Respected but Not Collected. And that's a dope segment that the Doom came up with. You know, that we'll do that once in a while or whatever. And here, you know, I want to spotlight some of my favorite artists. This is gonna be our favorite artists that we're gonna do, you know, throughout the weeks that we do this show or whatever. You know, so 1 week we'll ask Josh, we'll ask Broski, James, E-Rod, or Doom to participate and just throw out there what artists you want to talk about. And then here I want to highlight one of my favorite artists is going to be Lee Bermejo. And throughout this, we're going to show off some of his covers, and not only covers, original arts. We're going to show off, because, you know, not only do we go through that, I went through his IG pages and I showed off some of his work that he's done. He, you know, original art, statues and stuff like that from you'll see throughout the slides. I'll explain. So first up we have here is going to be this is Broski. Yeah,
so this one's Suicide Squad number 16. This is a beat cover. This is just like a regular cover. It does go for like $10 to $12. I remember watching this or seeing this cover actually on 9.2 Crew, Alex Comic Recorder. That's where I first saw this book. I only got one. I'm always trying to look for other ones, but this one's, I think, a scarce book to find in your LCSs. Not many issue 16 B cover Suicide Squads out there. Nope. He did a lot of the Suicide Squad B covers. This is one that really caught my eye.
Good pick. And it homages the Alex Ross cover there, right? So we're gonna move on to your next one, and it's gonna be this one. Oh, this one
is Batman. This is actually a Euro variant. This one it can be pricey, but I never seen this in the wild, and I always tend to look for hard to find when we're doing artists and stuff that not a lot of people might have seen normally when they go to shops. And this one is one that I really enjoy. The background scene, everything. He's just coming straight at you.
Yeah, again, when we do these covers, like I looked at this one on eBay. I could have just pulled the trigger because I feel like I could get it lower.
You see that? Straight up Euro, La Mosa de Bane.
Yeah, La Mosa de Bane. There you go. A dope ass Batman cover, man. Oh my god, dude, good fucking pick. I never knew this book existed, broski. So you show me this.
Me either. I've never seen that before.
Good That's pick. Hot. All right, so we're gonna move on to your next one.
It's a number one though. That's weird.
Yeah. So it's a Euro one from Batman. I believe Batman
Rebirth, right?
Yeah, but why would it be number one?
Because it can't be number two, bro.
Yeah, but
it could be number one for them. I mean, they may have chosen what they wanted to reprint and done it.
Yeah, that's weird because that's like
a lot of foreigns will do that.
Mm-hmm. So good pick nonetheless, broski, for Lee Bermejo, man. Awesome fucking cover, man.
That's really
cool. Yes. So next one is gonna be this one right here, broski.
And this is Vertigo 15. This is the 1 in 25. I just like the way he looks. It's just, you know, he looks like he's been strapped. And the detail on you know, seeing Daredevil and that color was the black. It's just straight dope.
This sucker's a ghost too. Yeah, try finding one of these suckers. Yeah, this is not an easy book to find.
Yeah,
it's a dope one. So I really enjoyed when I saw this. I was like, oh shit, I never seen this. Like you said, I never seen this before. I gotta share this to the community and show them what's out there. And when we do these, like I said again, I do this for people that may not know what's out there and able to see something that's different compared to the relevant stuff. So yeah, that's a dope ass 1 in 25 Daredevil Lee Bermejo.
Look, we got some requests out there. Perillo, oh my god, do that one. Listen, you know what? That's That's one of Doom's artists that he's been talking a lot about. You
artists.
Please let me do. Please let me do an honorary pick.
Artists.
Even if I'm not on the show.
Go ahead. Definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah. Please, love me some Perillo, man.
All right. So next one we have here is going to be not Broski's. I don't think. I think this is Doom's pick for Lee Bermejo. Is going to be Suicide Squad issue number 7.
This is a dope cover.
Yes. Dope cover, man. Which Doom was here to talk about it. But it's a dope ass katana cover, man. Nonetheless, I didn't know Bermejo did. There's a lot of covers I was researching and looking, and I was amazed how many covers he did. You know, I've met him in person, man. The dude is a wonderful dude, man. He's a good dude. You know, easy to talk to.
Okay, here's a question that I have about Suicide Squad, and maybe I just don't understand. I do not understand for the life of me why Suicide Squad is so popular. I don't. Like,
Harley.
Yeah, no. Well, I can somewhat understand that, but like, Harley has been able to keep this series alive over and over and over and over again, and make 2 movies that aren't that good.
You gotta remember though,
There's
there's not only male readers, there's female readers out there.
But no, I get that. But Harley wasn't in the first series. You know?
No, she wasn't. But when she was in the series, that's when it became popular, I guess.
Yeah, it was still.
Yep.
Kind of,
So that was a good move for rebooting it and adding her to the team. You know, smart move. You know?
There was some funny stuff in that new trailer. I don't know.
Yeah,
Can't be worse than the first one. How can it be?
Yeah?
Can't be worse.
Right, so-
Josh's laugh is all evil. Yeah, you want to see?
Yeah. Just wait to see how DC can outdo themselves without bad something is.
You're like, you just saw all the good scenes in 2 minutes. The rest of the movie's terrible.
Yeah, right. Like let's be fair here. DC might have just shot their whole wad with this Justice League, Snyder cut. They don't tend to do too many good movies, not that close together anyway.
It's true. Sadly.
All right. So we'll move on from Suicide Squad issue number 7, and he's picked this one, Dark Reign Lecture number 1. And I've never seen another one on the cover. I've never seen. Pretty dope, So
how did I not know about a butt cover?
Right?
Oh, the CBSI guys are gonna be mad at me for not knowing this cover.
Yeah, well,
You'll see why when you see my pick.
Dope pick Doom. Doom he always pick out these obscure, hard to find stuff, and I'm not sure about this book if it's hard to find, but shout out to the Doom for putting a book here that I never seen. All right, so we'll move on from Dark Reign Lecture number 1 to another book that I think is dope. Is going to be Fear Itself, issue number 7.1, and that cat book is pretty dope. 1, dope Bermejo cover. 2 is going to be the Doom's. What is it? Covers and stuff. He loved rain covers, so there you go. It's a good pick, dude. So we're gonna move on from Cat, man, and we're gonna go on to James picks, man. And the James pick of Lee Bermejo, spotlighting him is gonna be Detective Comics issue 1025, man. And this is a badass Batman cover. I do agree, man. So good pick, James. I like it. I like it a lot. Moving on, man. We got we was talking about this book earlier, and he had to put this one here, and he did, and it was a good one. Marvel 6 1/25 variant, Silver Surfer, cover, and yeah, man, this is gonna be in my collection one day. This is gonna be my collection. Move on from that to this right here, man, and this right here is a badass Dark Side cover from Lee Bermejo from Adventure Comics issue 515. 515, guys, get it. It's not a cheap book.
Yeah. It's a 1/25, right? Ratio.
It's a ratio insensitive. I do not
take that mortgage out for this one.
Yeah. Definitely, man.
Oh,
the top 50 variant right there, man. That's a beautiful cover, though.
It is, man. So then we move on to my man Mike's pick, man. This right here, Suicide Squad issue number 1.
Josh's favorite.
Like I said, butts. Can't help it. I have. So last, I guess it's like 3 or 4 months ago, I did this whole series. It's like 4 issues of cover tunes. It's just butt covered. That's all. Because that's
why?
Why not, man? Why not? Just because there's some amazing butt covers. Yeah. And let me tell you, Perillo makes the list a lot. But and this one does too. I just love this. I think the attitude on this cover is incredible. I think it's. And there's a great butt on it. What you gonna do?
Yeah, she said so much Bermejo. Short Bites Bernie. This is an artist spotlight, bro, of Lee Bermejo, so that's why you see. We did see Bermejo throughout the covers that we did over there on Cover Tunes, and we showed off Marvel 6. So yeah, I see what you mean, bro.
Yeah, it is. It's true. Yeah, so that was my other pick. I guess was the Hellblazer from Cover Tunes.
There you go, man. So we move on because that's the only pick I have from Mike on this one.
There's a great butt cover.
Yeah,
that is
a great butt cover. Yeah, that close up.
Now we know what Josh sleeps with every night. You know what I'm saying?
Best butt cover. Queen Sonia 23.
Queen Sonia.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a Perillo cover. Queen Sonia 23. Check it out.
I gotta check it out. I'll check it out, man. So next up we have here is going to be Detective Comics issue 1037 cover. And this is pretty badass. This is something I picked up from his IG page. Dope. Just fucking Bermejo art is just amazing, bro. That's all I gotta
finally he did something different on these Detective Comics, because like it's all great work that he's been doing lately on the variants, but they're all very, very similar. It's just him, Batman.
Yeah.
To see him doing like a group shot. This is dope.
Pretty dope. I want to incorporate more things of like if they have IG social media and what they post up or original art and stuff like, because it's not only covers too, because they want to go more in depth to that. And right here, definitely going back to the covers, you talk about Batman Damned, and we were talking about Batwang. The Batwang is number 1, man, of Batman Damned. If you haven't read this book, man, Azzarello has amazing story. This was, I enjoyed it. The whole book was art. My man Bermejo did the whole interiors and covers A's. So great work there, man. And there's another book here, man, that I want to talk about. And I don't know if it's the next one is going to be here. The Joker trade paperback right here. This book, if you haven't read it, it's basically the prelude to Batman Damned. Basically, if you haven't read it, please read it. It's a great read. Badass read. Again, Azzarello and Bermejo team up, man. It's an amazing team up. And they've been killing it with these black labels. This is not I think this is when they did it again. They redid the cover, I think, but I think it was a hardcover that came out a few years before Batman Damned or whatever.
Yep, which also has an incredible cover on it.
Yes, it does. So this one I had to put.
He did a dope ass Swamp Thing too.
Yes.
Yeah. And this one right here I had to put because I was getting a lot of love for this on IG. I forgot what day. I think it was Webhead Wednesday. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. On IG, I think Biggs tagged me, and I came back with this, and I told Biggs, "Listen, you're not gonna beat me," and he didn't beat me with his cover. So I think this. I'm not sure what incentive ratio this is. I want to say 1 in 25. Yeah. But don't quote me on that. You know what I mean? So, but this is Daredevil issue number 8. Dope ass Lee Bermejo covers, man. His realism on art is freaking dope. How it just pops. It pops. This whole cover pops, man. And I really enjoy this cover.
The color contrast itself, man. You got a
that's
lot
it. Yeah, it's the light and the color contrast. So definitely, I agree with you. That's what makes it, and it's what makes them so different from everybody else.
Yeah, definitely, man. This is a book I gotta get. 1 signed yellow label, 1 blue label. I gotta have this.
Sturgeon.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to. And this is not a cheap book either. It's not a cheap book. So we're gonna move on.
Surfer first.
We're gonna move on from Daredevil number 8, man, and then we're gonna do some more. I think this is a cover. I think, if I'm not mistaken, of one of his books. But I got this from his IG, and this is a Lex Luthor cover that he did. Art that he did, and I think it was badass. I think it's pretty dope, spot on, and again, his realism on his art is just pretty dope. His shading and everything. So, what do you guys think on this?
Yeah,
not much to say. It's just amazing. Right?
I like it when artists actually put shadows on walls and things like that. So many artists forget to do that, and without you knowing it, it takes all the depth away. Mm-hmm. And when it's there, you notice. I'm happy that he did it, and he did it right. Put it in the right spot.
Definitely.
That sounds ridiculous. I know that sounds like a ridiculous, nitpicky thing, but
hey, it's the little things, man. It's the little things.
Find a shadow on a Campbell cover right there.
Where's the shadow on that butt? Come on, Josh.
Right?
Bring that butt back. Come on.
Everybody's a standee.
So we're now moving on from Lex Luthor, man, and I had to put this up there, man, because it's a recent book. Berserker number 1. This was my favorite cover out of them, besides the John Boy Myers was pretty dope too, but this one right here was the one I wanted, and I got it. This was, I think, a 1 in 25, if I'm not mistaken. And then there was like other ones with the version. So yeah, this was pretty dope. Not really too much to say about it because everybody knows about this one. And then this one, I got this off his IG. Just regular. I don't know if he just did this as a commission or whatever, but this Conan is fucking badass. I had to show it. Yo, I just don't. It's just amazing. I'm speechless.
I'm an enormous Conan fan. I have not seen this piece of art, and I need that. Is that a print? Is that a book? We don't know what that is.
I don't know. I saw it off his IG. It's not a cover. So I think he did this for somebody, if I'm not mistaken. So
That is good. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, pretty badass. So we move on from Conan, and then he only does art superheroes, and he did Johnny Cash. Got this off his IG too. Amazing art there, man. I like Johnny Cash. You know what I mean? The Man in Black, pretty dope. I like his shadow. Look at his shadow. There you go again. You got the double as a shadow. You know what I mean?
That's
yeah.
dope.
Like my man Mike says, this you have to incorporate the shadow. You have.
Yep.
So
for a good Bermejo Conan cover, you got Conan the Slayer 1, which is beautiful. It's not that cover. That's not that piece of art though, but still a good one.
Yeah, definitely, man. So we're moving on. This is my favorite girl, DC Universe, man. And this is an interior that's inside Batman.
So. I was like, I seen this empty cover. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, I just had to put it because it's my girl, Zatanna. Yeah, guys, fuck, what do y'all think, man?
You can't get boobs, you gotta get the next thing. You know what I'm saying?
It's pretty badass, man. It's just showing you the interiors, man, that he did for Batman Damned, and the Joker story, trade paper that I showed earlier, man. The guy's not he's nothing to play with, man. That's what I'm saying. So, so we're moving on from Zatanna, and another thing I picked up from his IG, and this is Cowboy Frankenstein. I don't know what character this is, if this is even a real character, but when I saw this shit, I'm a Frankenstein fan, so I had to put this down, man. Fucking art is amazing, like I said, dude. Lee Bermejo is real talented, bro. So shout out to him on that.
There's no doubt the dude is talented. Like, he's crazy talented. But the one problem that I do kind of have with him is all his shit is it's all like yearbook photo shit. Like stand here and pose. Like, none of it, there's like no action to most of his stuff. So like seeing like that Daredevil one or that detective one that's I think upcoming, you know, that's nice to see. Like when they change up like their styles a bit instead of doing like the same thing over and over and over again. Like that's kind of the problem that I have with Scotty Young, where it's like, dude, can you do something else? Like, again, crazy talented artist.
Yeah.
I love Scotty Young's earlier style when he looked a little bit more manic and sort of Sienkiewicz-y.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. Yeah. I could do without the baby covers. I'm kind of over it.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Like I said, Cowboy Frankenstein, and then we move on to the Punisher. This right here, he was doing a promotional image for season 2 that came out. That's how he titled it on his IG. I thought this is fucking badass. You know, so pretty dope. You know.
Even though those are like still covers, like you said, look at the detail on the art of the pictures. And these are not what does he do? Paintings, or how's he doing these arts basically?
It has to be paintings. It have to be.
Yeah. So you know, maybe when you're doing like what we do on the computer, was it the computer one? You could do more detail, but yeah, remember this is painting like Alex Ross. It's like sometimes you're limited compared to the other ways of doing drawing. I don't know as an artist, so
there's plenty of artists that have the same style or same medium, or that he does. I'm just saying Joker, just roll back through every single picture and they're all very, very similar poses from like the chest up,
Yeah, this is just, but I'm pretty sure if you open up covers like Batman Damn, you don't get just that. You get panels of just amazing work. Yeah.
Right. I'm saying, again, I'm not saying I don't think he's super talented. I'm just saying for his covers, I just like to see him do something different.
Yeah, and it's the argument about just modern covers in general, right? That they're all like that headshot thing, and they don't really tell you what's going on inside the book. And because for instance, I love the Jenny Frison run on Wonder Woman, but at the end of the day, they're all it's like take different angles of a statue.
Yeah.
And I think they're beautiful covers, but I don't know what's going on in the book. No idea.
Yeah. and talk about statues, man. Bermejo, man. Nah, then you got a piece of standing next to his statue, but we got a better look at that, man, right there. Awesome Batman Damn statue, badass statue. I forgot who did this one.
You paid me for that segue.
Yes, that was a good one. Thank you, Mike. Thanks. So yeah, Prime Studios, I think it is. Prime Studios did this one, and pretty badass Batman Damn, man. I definitely can't afford that shit.
And if it's really painted like that, that's an amazing paint job.
Yeah. I mean,
Where's the black and white one?
what you mean, the black one? I don't have a black and white one.
Oh.
And I think that was it. Yeah, that's all I have. So just wanted to show you that, you know, basically he does it all, man. Original art, statues, you know. So yeah, man, that's our artist spotlight, man, of East Meets West here, man. Lee Bermejo. We'll see what we do next. I don't know. Maybe, you know,
Kazi Zoo.
Kazi Zoo.
Yeah.
We could do Kazi Zoo.
Up and coming.
I think you're gonna get one picture.
What's going on, man? Dudes talking comics. What's up, Chimmo? What's up, Hip Hop Send Me? What's going on, Shortbox? Bernie, that we talked, you know, earlier about. Yeah, man. So, real quick before we go, man, I want to do a little show and tell, man. And I got the giveaway too, guys. Remember that. So,
I love that last comment, by the way. That artist subjective comment. That's so true. I mean, you know, I do this article every week. It's my choices. I mean, you could tell me to shove it, you know. So, you know, I'll tell you one thing. I might not like Scotty Young, but his line was the longest line at Heroes 2 years ago. I mean, he made Sienkiewicz's line look like a baby line. So he's doing something right. There's people that like him for a reason. Just because I don't like him.
Oh, man, I can't even believe that statement doesn't even sound right in my head.
No. I mean, and when I'm saying like it was more than double the size of anybody else's line.
Yeah, a lot of kids. A lot of people like his art. You know what I mean?
I hear Fairyland. He has some good stories too. Sometimes I hear Fairyland. What's the other one? Was it
Middle West?
Middle West.
Yeah, Middle West. He's writing Strange Academy now. So
right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ramos. Yeah. So
yeah,
probably reason why too.
I mean, a lot of people are not going to be his fans, but
very subjective. It's true.
It is. It is, man. So yeah, man. Guys, man. After I do the little show and tell, man, we're doing a giveaway, man. I'll ask a little question, man. We have Carnage Black and White and Blood. Issue number 1, Patrick Gleason, and then we have Djeravic ASM 544. All right, guys. So stay tuned for that, there, man. And we're gonna start off with a little show and tell, man. I got some stuff. I'll start off, man. One little show and tell, and then we'll move on to the other guys to show off, man. And you know what, man? Start off with this right here. Since we're doing the indie spotlight with Thoro, man. Again, man. Shout out to Thoro, man, and CBSI doing the indie spotlight. We talked about this book this past Tuesday, and it was Vietnam Horror issue number 1 from Behemoth. And I had to get the skull cover, badass. I haven't read it yet because it came in today. When did it come in yesterday? It came in yesterday. So I'll read that eventually.
I'll tell you, Andy Tomerlin knows his stuff, man. The guy who writes that article is he is on top of this part of the industry.
Hell yeah. So yeah, man. Again, guys, I just recently showed you those books that I'm giving away, but I said for myself. All right, and then shout out to my man 9.2 crew, man. Basically, man, my man Alex, the comic hoarder, was having a claim sale. Basically the last books I'm showing all is basically from the Doom, David Secret Mint, and Alex. So shout out to the 9.2 crew. Alex was having a claim sale, and he has some amazing FF Silver Age books that I picked up. But you know, he threw this one in, which is Mortal Kombat issue 0. He just threw it in for nothing, and this book is not a cheap book. So shout out to you, Alex. Thank you, man. Picked that one up. And then I picked up as a claim sale was this one here, Fantastic Four issue number 99 with Black Bolt on the cover. You know, Can't go wrong with Black Bolt. And price for $15. And these books were like mid-grade to like a 7 the more, maybe. Now, you know what? Just mid-grade. They were
maybe a 5.5.
So here I picked up FF issue number 70.
Nice. That's dope.
Yes. Again, $15. And last book I have, man.
This is auction right here. Auction 15.
It's gonna be issue number 37, and you know, just keep on getting lower and lower, and I soon, maybe next month, we'll have the lowest FF I have in my collection, and it's gonna be a big one. It's pretty dope, you know what I mean? So stay tuned for that. There. So yeah, issue 37 of FF. I think the lowest one I have now currently is FF 18, which is the first appearance of Super Scroll. And then those were Alex, the claim sale from Alex, the comic hoarders claim sale. And then the next book, like I said, man, the Doom. We always he back and forth showing me some books or whatever. But this book I picked up was on his haul video he was showing. Yes, haul video, guys. There's such things. Classic, YouTube community members used to do haul videos where they just showcase a first-person view of their books and talk about books. Yes, that did exist in the golden age, and they still doing it. Shout out to the Broski, shout out to James, and shout out to the Doom. So yeah, this book was on his haul video, and this is called War of Kings, issue number 2. And this is, I think, a 1 in 20 Francis Lionel Yu cover, I think. I'm not sure, but definitely, man. And then last one was an AOK from Davey Sick in the Mint. And shout out to you, bro, for this one, man. It was one book I wanted, but he threw this one in. This right here, he threw in, and I dude, like I'm trying to what issue is this? All right, here we have Transformer issue number 1. Look at that one right there. Bam. Yes, my man David Sinnigan threw this one in, and this is an amazing homage to the Obama poster. So beautiful, man. Thank you, man. David. So we got that one, and then the last book that I wanted, and I'm a big Joker guy, you know what I mean? So he hooked me up here, man. With Transformers All Hail Megatron, The Killing Joke.
Oh shit!
Homage.
Yeah, that's cool.
Badass, bro. Badass. It's not a 9.8, but I definitely keep it for my PC, man. Shout out to David Seeking the Mint for the awesome AOK. I had those dudes are amazing. Freddy's gave me a nice AOK. I talked about a few weeks ago. So yeah, man. So that's what I got. Who want to do? You want to go next, broski?
Yeah, I'll go.
You have one more pickup, and it's not books.
Oh yes, I do. I have one more. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So as y'all know, man, we were talking about sneakers in the beginning, man, and my man Mike Morello is a sneakerhead, and I've been waiting for these babies for about 6 months when they made the announcement. With this whole COVID thing, they extended these release dates on these sneakers. But these right here, oh my god, I showed these off. I showed these off already on I think it was Coffee and Comics,
and IG,
and I showed them on IG too. But I had to show them off real quick, man, before we move on. And these are the Midnight Navy. They call them the Georgetowns 3s. Beautiful. Got the elephant print and all that, man. Yo, shout out to Mike. Look at Mike. Yeah.
These aren't the G Towns though.
Yeah. And if you go listen, man, if one of the dudes I do reviews for sneakers, and shout out to those guys over there, man. It's Wear Testers. Wear Testers do amazing reviews on sneakers, and he did a beautiful review on these, man. So go check that out, man. Awesome. Listen, I love these, and this is the first time I ever bought sneakers from the sneaker app. And when I put the got him ad on the I was so happy. I got him. I got him. So, right? So there you go, man. Those were my pickups, man. And yeah, thanks for reminding me, Mike. I almost forgot that one. Yeah. So
enjoy them, and if I ever meet you, don't pass out. What size are you, bro? What size are you?
You listen. I might be. I can't tell you that. I'll let you go. All right, man. Yo, broski.
Yeah. So I was listening to Thoro. He talks about comics every now and then. He has the indie spec on Tuesday nights. I picked up this one, the Star Wars number 4. This is a GameStop exclusive. GameStop doesn't make comics that they used to for exclusive for games or whatever. So this one wasn't expensive. I figured you just get it for the PC. I went to the LCS today. I picked up the Harley Quinn book number 6. I have to still read this and catch up. I'm behind.
That's the conclusion, right? That's the final issue of that run.
I think so.
All right, cool.
And then I was able to find this at the LCS. I missed out on Wednesday, but Maniac number 2. I still got to read number 1, but I heard really good things about this. I bought another one of these ones just to have. It's not an expensive book. It's probably like an $8 to $10 book.
One of the ugliest ASM covers in the world.
And then I got this one right here, Witchblade in the 129. The first Joker showed this off, I believe, last week, but I was able to get one myself. But this is the Wizard exclusive, WizardCon exclusive. First book art of John Tyler Christopher. He actually has it. So there's 2 different covers, but the same in a way. I was able to find this one for. This is the Goody Mob hip hop variant. I never had this in my PC.
Never
so
even seen that before.
Yeah, so this one still goes. It goes for like five and 6 times more than I paid. I was able to get this one, Art Germ, Birds of Prey #7. I know he did that in the annual. We talked about Lee Bermejo, so I was able to pick up some Lee Bermejo covers.
Nice. Yes. The
That one, and I never seen that one as well. So this is a Cyborg. I was a big Cyborg fan for a little bit. I read some of his New 52 stuff, and the one that he did prior, and then that one right there on issue #2. So
we're Bermejo heavy today. Hi guys.
Yeah, and then I picked up this one. I'm just it reminds me of Christmas. It was 25 Days of Christmas, so I was able to pick that one up, and that's pretty much it for me.
Nice.
What I got today. So.
Appreciate that, broski.
No problem,
yo, my man Mike, you want to go next?
Yeah, I'd love to if you don't mind. That'd be
yes,
great.
yes, definitely, bro.
I've been all over the place this week. So mail calls mostly. I have a weakness for not only Star Wars but Ahsoka Tano, and I could not deny. I usually hate these books, but I had to get this Jamie Tyndall like rip-off Ahsoka book. I love it. I don't know. I had to have it, so that came in the mail this week. It's signed, which is cool. This has been a ghost for me. This is one of my favorite Jenny Frison covers. This is Serenity Leaves on the Wind. It's the Emerald City Comic-Con 1 of 1,000 copies thing. Yeah. And the dude that mailed it kind of jacked it up in the mail, which I'm pissed at, but I didn't want to return it because I'll never find another one. So just a gorgeous, gorgeous cover. I think it's one of her best covers. It's a little early for her, so I'm really excited about that. Really pissed that it got damaged. It's got a big tick in it, but what are you going to do?
Don't you hate that when it's like so hard to find and then you get it? It's like, man, I can't even send this back because I'm never going to find it again, you know?
Yeah, sucks.
I know. Keep it damaged, then send it back and maybe never find another one. So then I got a mail call from Brazil. I like to do foreigns of some of my favorite covers, and I got Conan #1 Brazilian.
Okay.
Which is a pretty rare book. What's also cool, I'm a big Red Sonja fan, and Marvel feature #1, the Red Sonja story, is inside this too.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of a double dip for me, and it's a really nice copy, and I got a good price on it. And with that came both of the different Brazilian versions of Batman 227.
Whoa.
This has got a tape pull on it, which sucks, but I got it real cheap as a result. And then there's the 80s version, which is just these are the two Brazilians for that book. One of my favorite covers of all time, and really happy to get the Brazilians. And with it was the Brazilian of the Two-Face along with it. So, and this one's in pretty good shape. There's a little pen right there, but otherwise it's in good shape. And then my most recent OA is this, which I'm really excited about, which is Russ Manning strip from 1979 Star Wars. From the newspaper strips.
Yeah.
So it was I can't afford any of that like Chaykin, #1 art or whatever. So I was like, well, maybe I can get strip art, and I managed to get this for a decent price, and really excited. It's from the first story arc from 1979 in the newspapers, and just really as a Star Wars fan, I was really excited to get that piece.
Sweet, man. All right, cool, man. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for sharing, man.
Thank you.
My man Josh, ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get it.
So there's a show again today in Connecticut.
Yes.
Yeah, so at the last minute, I woke up this morning, I'm like, man, I think I got to sell some of my books, just, get rid of some of like these like extra copies that I have. I ended up pulling out 2 books. 2 books to bring this, for my on my shop's wall, and one of them I brought was like one of the zillion copies of ASM 361 that I had. So the lowest graded one I had was a 9.4, so I traded it for a 9.4 Nova one.
Nice,
so, it's pretty dope.
There you go.
This came this week. I'm so psyched to have this. This is hard to find, crazy hard to find.
Oh, damn.
The complete Fourth World Omnibus. Look how freaking thick. This is like the size of like 2 omnibuses.
Bible.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
my God.
It's like, I think it's like 1,700 pages or something.
It's a weapon. That's a weapon.
How much is shipping on that?
I'm going to get that slab. What else did I get today? So every time I'm at the Connecticut show once a month, I try to pick up whatever like the nicest raw ASM copy that I can find in the building that's under issue 100, just to kind of keep on track with getting all these in 8.0 or higher. So I got an issue 95. Nothing special.
Still, though, pretty copies of that stuff's hard to come by.
Yeah. Marvel Premiere 15. It's probably about an 8.0 to a 9.0 copy, I would say.
Beautiful copy. Nice colors.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I found this is not like the copy that I would want, but like when I came across it in the bin, I just couldn't pass it for the price. I don't know if it was mismarked, but it was crazy cheap. And I'm looking for this probably in like a 9.0, maybe a 9.2. But Detective.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Aaliyah, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is probably, if I had to guess, probably like a 6, maybe a 6.5. I just I didn't want to buy it because it's not. I mean, it's a little bit too low for me. But like, I just couldn't pass it. I just couldn't.
That's a must in your collection. If you're a Batman fan, that's a must in your collection. Yeah. I got the second appearance. I can't afford the first yet. It's a little by little,
You could afford it. You could have afforded that.
Yeah. Well, okay. All right.
Yeah. So, and then I just got some. Obviously, Something Is Killing the Children is hot. 3, 8, 5.
Oh, that's the one I don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10, 9, 6. Did I already? Yeah, I think. Okay, that's where it started at 3.
That 5. I have the other cover for 5. I chose poorly.
yo, Sif, hit him up on the IG, man. DM him. All right.
Nick, that 361 that I traded, it was not your copy. You didn't want that copy. It was a 9.4 off-white to white pages, and in that year, that's just not acceptable. I wouldn't give you that. I found
okay.
So I went to a store that I've never been. 2 stores that I've never been to before on Saturday, and they were whatever, but. Found this. This is one of the very few Batman New 52 covers I need to complete the whole thing. So this is the second print of number 18. This is hard to find. I mean, not crazy hard to find, but a little bit hard to find. And this is one I'll never pass up. As if I think it's a 9.8 copy, I'll just stack these because I just think it's just the greatest cover.
Oh, facts. Yeah.
Mask. That mask homage.
Yeah. Dope, man.
And that's it, really.
Appreciate that, Josh, man. So yeah, man, let's get this show ending, man. But before we go, man, I want to give away some books, man. Again, guys, man, I'm about to give away Carnage, Black, White, and Blood, issue number 1, Patrick Gleason, and Jajerovic, ASM 544. I am gonna ask a question. I'll drop a starting line and just give me an answer, and then after that, you can go about your way, man. All right. So yeah, man, my question is, man, let me just drop the line there. It's gonna be, what's the name of the show that we are going to in April 24th? From Little Giant Comics. What show are they promoting, basically? So if you can name the show, these books are yours. First one. All right, guys? There you go, man. Dope. Yo, this one is badass, man. That shit is killer. I really, really like it. This one. So yeah, man. All of us in Connecticut. Josh Grav started. Yeah, you know what? Little Giant old-fashioned comics.
That's where I'm from. No. I'm from Connecticut originally.
That almost. Nah, my man Jim almost had it. He almost had it. New Hampshire Con? Nah, not New Hampshire Con.
God, this is easy, guys. This is like a softball question.
The Terrific Con. You know what? I might go to Terrific Con too, though. On my man Pascal. Yo, Big Remote. You got it, bro. Big Remo got it.
No, that's not it.
No, it's not it? Okay.
No.
Oh, no, that's Nick Grav got it. My bad.
Nick got it.
Yeah, Nick got it. My bad, Big Remo. I apologize. You just right on top of Nick's answer there from what I've seen. So, yeah, my man Nick, these are going to you, bro. Shout out to you. It is called the Old School Comic Show. All right? Old School Comic Show. All right? So, there you go, guys, man. We're going to say our goodbyes. I'll hit you up, Nick, or I'll talk to Josh. Nick. So congratulations on that, man. We're gonna say our goodbyes, man. So let's start off with our guests, man. Final shout outs and your goodbyes there, man. Let me just there you go. Bam. There you go.
Thank you very much, guys, for having me on. I really appreciate it. All my brothers over on CBSI, follow their articles, read up their stuff. It's all free all the time. We really enjoy what we do, and we're really happy to be teaming up with the East Meets West guys. This has been great. It really has. I really appreciate you having me on. Thanks.
Yeah, awesome, man. Great to have you again, man.
Thank you.
Listen, this ain't gonna be the last time you see Mike on the show, man. I'm sure we'll invite him again, and he'll be on plenty of times. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, definitely, man. Josh.
You can run down all the CBSI shows this time. I'll let you do it this week at the end of the show. What do I have going on?
Thanks for letting me do it. Thanks.
Or I can do it. Okay, I'll do it. So all right. So
hold on. Let me get the graphics ready for you. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Get that, boy.
All right, what you gonna go? You're gonna go slow because I'm. Go ahead.
All right. So where are we starting? Does tonight count with the defects? Is that doesn't count?
Yeah,
okay. So okay. All right. So you got the 2,500 subscriber giveaway with the defects. They're on right now. So go over there as soon as you get off with us. And then what's up next? Monday, huh?
Go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
Well, Monday. I don't know if you guys are doing anything. If the Warriors are doing anything on Monday night.
No.
Are you?
I don't know yet. I haven't spoken to Big, so I don't know.
Okay. So Tuesday, about noontime, you got New Comic Book Day with Pressable Defects. Again, that video goes about noon. So CBSI's New Comic Book Day. And then Tuesday night, you've got Thoro and Mike with the Indie Spotlight Show. That's 10 p.m. on the CBSI Indie Spotlight Show, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday is nothing. Thursday is us, East Meets West, with New Comic Book Day review and Cover Fire, Mike Morello's Cover Fire. And then what do we got on Friday is the CBSI FOC show with us again, East Meets West, and that goes at about 8 p.m. on Fridays, and then 11 p.m. on Fridays. You've got Tales from the Flip Side with the Hot 10 list.
Yes.
And I think that is it. And then, you'll announce what we're doing next week, I guess, Mike. And then Nick and I have got another big CGC order going out. Goes out tomorrow. So, we'll do an unboxing sometime in December when it gets back or whenever.
Yeah, definitely, man.
And everybody have a good week.
Yes. Appreciate you, Josh, man. Like always, man. And then Broski, it's on you.
Like you said, all that shit, enjoy it. And just like I have my haul videos, like you said earlier, I do my own haul videos. I don't show everything I get because it's a lot of shit. I love collecting. I love getting comics. Just be on the lookout, watch our shows. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on this because we like doing this every week if we can, every Sunday, unless something comes up. I don't know if we're doing a show this Sunday, but I let my boy Joker talk more about that because we got game plan on that sucker. So Mike Morello, appreciate you stopping by, getting to know you more. I really enjoy your stuff and what you put out. As a real true collector, it inspires me to go out there and see other things besides our normal new comics or normal stuff that we see. And it's awesome. The knowledge.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I really appreciate your support too, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely, man. And that said, man, my man Mike, he wheeled me in already. He got me to buy one cover already so far. He got me to buy one cover, man. And Josh left out cover tunes. Definitely, man. Here, you want to go back? All right, let's go back.
Let's start all over.
Let's start over. All right, let's run the video. Man. But seriously, man. Cover tunes again, man. Every Sunday here with East Meets West, we give you a visual interpretation of what Mike Morello writes on CBSI. Obviously, you look at the covers too, definitely, but we'll talk about them over here in East Meets West. So we got that going on. Then on Thursday, man, with our New Comic Book Day reviews, when we do Cover Fire in our reviews too, man, we're gonna have a couple books that we want to talk about, and these are the books that we're gonna be talking about this Thursday. Real quick, Silk #1, Shadecraft #1, Cult of Dracula #1, Two Moons #2, and then Batman and Catwoman issue #4. This week is gonna be indie heavy, so stay tuned for that. And then let me see if I missed anything. Warriors, not sure if anything's going on tomorrow. If anything is going to be a regular show. If anything, tune into Coffee and Comics that we did Saturday on Big's channel, home of the New York Warriors. Let me see, FOC show, man. Make sure y'all check that out. If you're just watching this, you have till tomorrow to put in your orders. So to take a look at the list that my man Josh came up with that on Friday, which is pretty dope. Next week we are not going to do a show on Sunday because it's Easter Sunday, so time with the family. But we will have an impromptu. How about that? Might have an impromptu on Friday. On Friday, Good Friday. So hold on. Let me highlight there, bro. I got you. He's got a $2 super chat saying, seriously, Mike was one of your best guests to date.
Thank you.
Yes, he was, man. Yes, he was.
Appreciate that. Thanks so much.
Yeah, yo, Biggs. With that man said, man, we got to let Broski say.
What is this?
It's Kazizu.
What?
Yo,
no. Man, that turned out even better than I hoped.
Kazizu.
Yo, the CA is for cover artists, bro.
Cover artists, but yeah.
No lie, I must have watched that easily 30 times.
Yeah, other than that, I have nothing else to say, I don't think. But Biggs, thank you for that. Again, Mike Morello was an amazing guest, man.
Yes.
He'll be here again. Maybe we get him to pop up on a Thursday, do cover heat. You never know. We'll see. So stay tuned for that. Again, guys, like I said, no show next Sunday. We will try our best to do an impromptu because I'm feeling that we should do an impromptu this Friday. We'll just invite a couple of people from the community. I already got a couple of heads coming through. I invited Murph. I invited BLCs, to come hang out with us and just shoot the shit, basically. Be a more laid back show. Yeah, Biggs likes it. I definitely, man, roll with it. Other than that, man, again, if you're catching this, you just stumble on this and you're new to the channel, man, make sure you subscribe. You turn on the notification bells, and stay updated with our show, our live podcast. And other than that, man, I want to say have a good night and have a great week, guys. All right, later.